So, during our last long rest, our adventuring group, odd wanderers that seemed to make their way through the lands of Kelmont, found themselves arriving at the beautiful city of Dawnstead. A day and a half, or almost 2 days, travel from the Novum Bridge, where they finalized their last small event, dealing with some of horrors from the beyond, and helping the Novum Bridge to possibly bloom once more later down the line. Versa had some conversations with the... Alright. I see how it is. Versa had some conversations with several of the party members as they were making their way to the city known as Dawnstead. They were talking about the fact that he has some siblings, their opinions, their thoughts on everything that's been changed, and Versa seemed to be able to slowly express comfort, warmth, and joy out of the adventure, although small, that they've been on together. It was clear that Versa seems to be a bit different than their siblings. He said that both of them have a arrogant and maybe a bit cold view, but they mean it out of love, and they do wish for things to be better, but it's just how they are. And some of the party members also had some discussions amongst themselves. But over the course of the journey, as they were traveling in cart, they eventually arrived at the city of Dawnstead. A ancient city built around a large hill at which the top stands a cathedral known as the Cathedral of Dawn. Some history says that this place was one of the first cathedrals to ever be erected in name of the Novum, the current pantheon of gods, and sees to all of them. People used to do pilgrimage here for enlightenment and insight, some to brush water off their backs as if it was clearing their sins and their past errors. And over the course of either decades or centuries, people began forming villages and small houses and huts around this city that slowly made it into the holy city that it is now, Dawnstead, getting its name from the cathedral. The city itself is true to its foundations. It was built from this material called stonewood that has the durability and properties of stone, but the weight and the appearance of wood. It also seems that if built and once rooted in place again in the form of a house or a building, over the course of several centuries, that building can slowly branch out and create new life. This city was a place of wonder to our adventurers. It was almost like a pinnacle of an elven capital mixed with human architecture, wondrous life floating everywhere, and people here seemed happy. Upon arriving, Versa informed our adventurers about the cathedral, and that he's going to go and see his siblings now, and that they were more than welcome to either come tomorrow or at a later date or join them whenever they felt like it. Our adventuring party was happy to join him now. Since they've just arrived, they might as well. They also heard of a name. A woman by the name of Helena, who Ambrose seemed awfully worried about or concerned. It was later divulged to Piers that Ambrose has some poor history with this woman, and that this woman's partner, a long time ago, had more interest in Ambrose than he did in her, and this caused some sort of jealousy going on. But it seemed to take it a step further, as for some reason Ambrose seemed very bold and specific in detailing that this woman was terrifying or horrifying to him, and that she would have his head. So he put on a disguise as Pierce's twin brother, Slash, and decided to kind of conceal himself amongst the masses. He also found out, or the party found out, that supposedly she has a daughter, a woman by the name of Autumn. Our party members would eventually come to know her. But first, majority of them went off to the cathedral with Versa, where they met up with Lucian, the Incandescent, and Thera, the Scorch. Two people who are siblings to Versa and slowly proved themselves to be very different to Versa in many ways. Lucian took hold of the conversation very quickly as a front lead, discussing that He was happy to see some recruits, but Versa could have done better, and it was good to see that maybe they would be joining. However, the party made it very clear that they had no intention of doing so. After hearing this, Lucian had no interest in carrying on the conversation, and basically wanted to waft them away like bothersome insects. Our party members were not hostile towards Lucian. Although some stabbing comments were made, there was nothing that seemed directly hostile towards him. They just had no interest in following the same thoughts and admirations that Lucian and the rest of the Sacred Flame had. A world of peace, admiration, filled by constant sunlight where everyone could live happily away from the issues of the world. However, our party was not so naive to believe that such a place could exist. They don't believe that such a place was a reality, and they said that there was balance in the world, that where there's light there also needs to be cast dark, and that's how things are. But the group of the Sacred Film seemed to continue in their admirable goal to make this place, this paradise, a reality, and they stated that anyone on the Day of Judgment that was not of belief of Solon would be burnt and scorched for their sins. So, after finding out all of this information, and not wanting to join, Versa reluctantly had to stay with his siblings, and had to see the party away. Lucian and Thera seemed to be rather forceful over their younger brother Versa. Now, the rest of the party members eventually all joined up in a tavern called the Autumn Leaf, a place owned by a man called Kellen, a halfling who seemed very sprightful and joyful. Here, they exchanged conversations of interest, who Helena was. They talked about this daughter called Autumn, and they spoke about the ongoings at the cathedral and this religious pact that is going on there by the Sacred Flame. Not much was garnered from it, although eventually, after some time of waiting, this woman, Autumn, arrived at the tavern. A drunken mess that barged through the door, causing all sorts of uproar and chaos. She started fights and picked arguments with everyone, although most people seemed to waft her away, and they appeared to be used to it already. Her drunken mess mannerisms were ignored by most. However, Hjarlgron seemed to have a bit of fun with this and thought to be that this is some sort of competition or show display of force, and also decided to encourage into this bar brawl. The fight scaled far more than it should have, and eventually guards got involved, and after being asked to put down their weapons and just surrender and only be taken for the night, or maybe just be pushed out of the bar for the night, instead Hjarlgron and Autumn decided to fight against the guards. Hjarlgron was more than willing to harm them and push past them to carry on this brawl, not understanding the laws of current civilization that this is called assault. The guards, so, after knocking him unconscious and Autumn unconscious, brought them to jail. Eldrith, who decided also to join into this bar brawl and cast grease onto the soldiers that started slipping and falling around, was also brought in for assaulting guards. They were sentenced to either 2 weeks or paying off 1,200 gold to get them out as bail. With neither the resources and not wanting to waste the time, our party members now began thinking of a way to get them out. The rest of the things that happened towards the night was Celwydd, who became in tune with some of her inner instincts. Something called out from the inside, something that she's always been able to have but never been able to control, listening to the whispers from beyond the ethereal plane, those that are already past. 2 boys who said that they died at the hands of some people at the bottom of the cathedral. Some sort of ritual going on that needed the life of the pure and the innocent that have not been tainted yet to fuel it. Celwydd promised that she would try her best to make sure that their souls are freed and allowed to pass on to the next life. With the day passed and the new morning arisen, Eldrith and Hjarlgron find themselves in prison, whilst the rest of the party members may do as you wish. So this is where we're going to pick it up. So, you find yourselves in Dorset with a new morning. All of you, except for Pierce, Eldrith, and Hjarlgron, are at the tavern. The rest of you are in prison, except for Pierce, who said he was scouting out and keeping an eye out to see if he could see Autumn leave or have a conversation with her, or maybe speak to the mother or whoever it is. But yeah, what would you like to do?
May I confirm with you that it is the 3rd of Tabriel today?
It is.
Excellent. Celwydd is going to head down, and assuming that breakfast is being served, she's going to ask for the biggest sort of breakfast banquet that's available.
Nice. Okay. They would say that they can have a breakfast platter that would serve, like, numerable people. That would cost you 8 silver.
She's down to share, like, even if it's, like, ridiculously huge, too much for... She's like, everyone can share in it, so...
Yeah, that would cost 8 silver.
Okay, well, she will just be generous and pay 1 gold.
Oh, wow. Kellen, the barkeep, is more than happy to accept this, and throws in a couple of drinks in the morning, maybe some teas and waters.
Oh, thank you so much.
You say.
You'd all be able to gather around this feast at a rounded table in the early hours of the morning.
Morning, nerds. Where's my brother?
We're not sure where he is at this point in time, are we?
Syldia knows.
Syldia knows, okay.
He's gone off to do some scouting and try and talk to Autumn, I believe.
He won't get far.
I advised him against it, but he's got his own will.
Yeah, sure. Oh, what have you got there? Celwydd, that looks delicious.
Oh, everybody, help yourselves. I just thought I would celebrate this morning. Just like the event of last night.
Anything in particular to celebrate, or just feeling good today?
29 years on this earth, Syldia.
Oh, congratulations. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. This isn't how I thought I would be spending it, but she just starts tucking into whatever's on the table.
I'll just have a little sliver of bread. I'm quite full.
What a great day to have a birthday.
I know. Has anyone come up with any bright ideas?
Well, I plan on trying to convince the guards of releasing our friends, or at least seeing if we can do anything which isn't quite expensive to release them earlier. In a bit.
Well, I trust your social skills. It's worth a shot.
Yes,
consideration, Syldia. Perhaps they have some more wanted criminals that we could do an exchange of some kind.
Well, first I'll see if I can get them to be released without any of that, but if that fails, then I'll see if there's anything else we can do.
It's a good angle.
Well, it's that, or I'm donning the wig, and we're going to have to take this to the legal courts.
I feel like that wouldn't go very well, considering they are Celwydd guards.
I'm sure we can pay off a few witnesses.
Whatever you do, do not let him speak.
They started this. They got in the way of my fight.
They started this.
Hey, we were having a friendly brawl, and then they got in the way. Game's the game.
I was going to go and try and find Autumn myself and see if I could glean a little more on a personal matter, but I don't particularly have any leads to follow.
So I suppose first matter of business is just seeing if we can get those idiots out of the slammer.
Indeed.
Yes.
And Eldrith of all people. I would not have thought.
I thought you were smarter than that.
Maybe he had too much to drink.
Yes.
Possibly.
He doesn't
Maybe
exactly
he was
look
just
like
a bit
heavyweight.
dim and didn't realize they were guards. Who knows?
Maybe he's just very loyal, you know?
I wanted to go down with his boy, as they say.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Well, he succeeded.
Am I 12 on 1? Games the Empire.
And what of our cult friends? How was everything there yesterday?
Oh, well, as I mentioned, they are, and she does like the crazy thing with her finger next to her head.
Well, we knew that.
I mean, it's worse than we thought. Versa seems like a ray of sunshine compared to the other two.
I mean, he literally is.
Yeah. Whereas the other ones are more like flamethrowers.
Damn shame.
They kind of have a join us or perish kind of deal going on. So
And
That
he's
sounds
not
very
keen.
fun.
he seemed unsure about it, but they shut him down. They really have him under their thumb, as you might say. I feel bad for him.
Perhaps I can work a little magic there if I can get him alone.
What kind of
This is
magic? Are
the
you going to
poet.
try and seduce him?
No, I don't think that's quite the angle on this one, unfortunately.
He seems like the abstinent type.
He's also not my type.
That's
What's your type,
reasonable.
Ambrose?
A little bit more free of spirit, fun, adventurous. I mean, yes, he likes to go on his little journeys doing his missionary shit, but he's a bit devout. A bit too tight.
I see. Celwydd puts down her drink that she was drinking. There is another matter.
Your birthday.
Oh, well, not that. I mean,
Oh.
information I've come into about the cathedral.
Oh? What information? Please do share.
Well, she kind of pauses for a second, thinking about how to explain. I think something may be going on, even more so, beneath the cathedral. And I know we've already been beneath the cathedral in the last week.
For fuck's sake.
Well, I assume
I-
it's a different kind of cathedral, so it won't be weird bugs.
Not weird bugs, but death.
Well, that's alright then.
That's how you list your priorities. We knew that they were going to do some sort of ritual, or they're planning some sort of ritual, and it sounds like they've been doing some less than godly things down there.
A couple of sacrifices, perhaps.
Exactly. I mean, that's what it sounded like. I spoke to the spirit of somebody who has died beneath the cathedral.
I'm surprised Versa would be okay with sacrifices. He didn't seem
no,
the
no.
type.
No, hold on. You spoke to a spirit.
Yes.
Have you not heard of magic before, Ambrose?
Well, yes, but up until now, she's played the harp and made goblins' minds explode. I didn't really think. What is it, just casual?
I have a sense, you could say. I can see into the ethereal plane at certain times.
Like right now.
Not right now. I have to be focusing.
I've always wondered what it looked like in the ethereal plane. Is it
It's-
foggy?
Can be, and it's very hard to pinpoint a voice because there's so many. A lot of pain and suffering and angst and all of that.
Doesn't sound like the most pleasant ability to have.
No, but if I can resolve the unresolved for people, it helps their spirits to move on. And that's nice.
Unresolved, like what?
Well, sometimes they have things that they're worried about that they've left behind, or sometimes they just simply want to be avenged. Avenged, redeemed.
We are the Avengers.
Oh my god.
I'm not putting that one on the list, do I?
I
Pretty
don't
sure that
know.
one's
I don't.
taken.
I feel like we don't do that much avenging. It would be wrong of us to name ourselves that if we're not really active in the department.
We haven't really done anything like that, no. But we can do right by people. Like we did at the other cathedral. I'm just as shocked as you guys are. It's not what I was expecting to hear, and if I had a gold piece for every time we had to go beneath a spooky cathedral, now I would have two.
Well, this one isn't spooky.
Yet.
It's beautiful at the top.
Well, if on my bucket list was stopping evil things happening beneath two different cathedrals, then this would be an opportunity to cross it off, I suppose.
We should start checking everyone we come across at this rate.
How about no? I'm getting sick of them very fast.
But yes, that's the gist of it.
If you're getting sick, I have some lovely herbal tea which might help you with your illness.
No, I mean, like I hated the things before, but now it's just even worse.
I think I've only ever actually seen Ambrose consume wine.
A little bit of bread, the odd crumb, you know. I'm not a heavy eater.
No. But I mean, I've never seen you drink water or anything else. Just wine.
Maybe he's
Yes.
just an alcoholic.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make any implications. You seem like an alcoholic. You always have your wits about you.
Well, if I was an alcoholic, I'd be dependent on the thing. It's more just a preference.
Insight check. Is he an alcoholic?
Oh my god, I almost spat my tea out then.
I mean,
Yes.
Occam's
No.
razor. He's more likely to be an alcoholic than a vampire.
Sylvia Sage's intervention.
No, he doesn't seem to be an alcoholic. He's not dependent on it. He seems of
He
upper
doesn't,
class
doesn't
and
he?
perhaps enjoys the taste perhaps as much as he enjoys the status that goes with it.
Interesting. I'll keep
That,
that in
and you see,
mind.
you know, I have to watch my figure, so there's got to be some sort of cut-off somewhere. So I don't eat too much, you know, junk food and sugars, because the wine's a little bit calorie heavy.
Oh, so all your energy comes from the wine. I see. Well, it seems to work, and she gestures to your body.
Well, thank you, darling. It just gives like a smile. Anyway, today, of course, we should plan something other than just what I'm going to drink and eat.
Well, Syldia, you can head to the jailhouse of this place whenever it suits you. Do you need support?
You can come along if you want to, but I don't desperately need it. I'm just there for a quick conversation.
I wouldn't mind coming along, or it looks over at Ambrose. What are you going to do today?
I have a personal errand list, I think. You know, I might try and find Autumn, have a little chat, see if she's in a better mood. I think I have an idea of how to approach.
You can join Pierce in his bumbling effort to try and talk to her.
Not a clue where he's gone to.
He is
To
good
be
at
honest,
stuff.
I'd rather not as well. I think it's a few personal matters might come up that I don't necessarily want him listening to.
Fair enough.
And on top of that, if you like, I could try and perhaps go and investigate the cathedral a little. Maybe if I spot Versa, I can tail him, try and have a chat.
You want to try and get him alone?
Wouldn't be a
course.
bad idea. I would
Hmm.
also like to talk to Versa when he's away from those siblings you've told me about.
Tell you what, I'll just go and be eyes and ears for now while I do a few little bits. Nothing too intense, and I won't get myself into any trouble. You can trust me with that one.
Perhaps I'll walk with you to the jail then, Syldia, and we'll all reconvene later.
Be a lovely little trip.
That sounds good.
Okay. Very nice. You guys enjoy the rest of your feast breakfast that Celwydd has put on, celebrating her 29 years and 29 winters on Equin. Now, we will tick off Ambrose's short list in the meantime, whilst I wait for Ryan to get back from gripping the sink.
He's in the prison toilet.
So, Ambrose.
Oh no, he dropped the soap. No.
What's on your list? What would you like to do as the morning is yours?
Is it like just come to morning? Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I mean, these guys are going to walk to the jail.
Yes.
For now, can I flavor it as walking with them to the jail, and then when I get there, is Autumn there? Like, if we inquire
Right, yeah.
to the guards.
You all get up together and head towards the prison. On your way to the prison, you see people kind of beginning to stack up their stalls and getting ready for the day, preparing what it is that they need.
I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for either Autumn or Versa on the way through town.
Okay, you can roll an active perception check if you want, or you can just do that passively. Oh, nice.
Probably dog shit. Nice.
Amazing. Morning
it's-
eyes, morning concentration, you know.
It's not having the sunglasses on with this disguise. It's really fucking with my eyes.
Yeah, the sun that's managed to like begin the dawning sun over Dawnsters is a very prevalent. The orange hues and from the morning kind of really help with this city's appearance, and it makes the cathedral look quite majestic. But for you, it's a bit of an eyesore with the reflections and the light.
If anyone with a good passive perception just spots them, that would be great.
But as far as anyone is currently aware making their way, they don't see Autumn or any sign of Versa, at least on the common path. Eventually, however, you arrive at a small kind of rectangular styled building that leads up to kind of like a central tower in the middle of the rectangle. There's a couple of soldiers keeping guard outside here, and this seems to be the Dawn Barracks. This is probably where the soldiers are, as well as where the jail is. There are 2 guards up post at the entryway to the barracks. So, how do you approach?
They're just 2 guards outside, like the doors.
Yeah, and all of you are there, obviously, so if either one of you wants to do whatever you want. But there are currently 2 guards outside of the barracks, just keeping guard of the doors into it.
Alright. Morning, gents.
2 guards look your way and give you a casual nod with a smile. Morning.
Say, you had 2 prisoners, or 3 prisoners come in last night. You know, really big guy, little scrawny guy, redhead woman who's probably in here a lot.
Yeah, they came in last night, actually. Autumn, as usual, and then the other 2 seem to be new traveling adventurers.
Are they all still in here?
They are.
Alright, didn't let them go yet then.
Not yet. Most of them have sentences for 2 weeks, or a bailout for 1,200 gold. But I can always assume that Autumn's mother will be coming around soon and letting it pass. They look annoyed at each other. They seem to have dealt with this several times, and it's a bit annoying that she just seems to be able to go above the law.
Does she not, like, punish her for it, or why don't she just stop it from happening? You know.
I think she does. But if you ask me... And then the other soldier kind of nudges him. Oi, you're gonna get yourself in places you shouldn't. Keep it quiet. The other guard looks back to you. Yeah. Let's just say that she has high connections that seem to not really make a difference.
Yeah, annoying that, innit? All right, well, if Autumn's still in there, is she separate from the others, or what?
Different prison cells, but same wing.
Wouldn't be able to have like a quick one-on-one.
Sure. You'll be able to go in. Is it all of you? As she looks to the rest of the party that's with you.
I believe so, but I would really like just a private conversation.
Well, we can't leave you alone in the cell with her, obviously.
No. 2 feet away from the bars or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, if anyone is going into the prison... And he kind of nods his head. Come with me, and he'll escort you in. Is anyone else going with him, or into the jail?
Yeah. Look, he's obviously going to speak to her, but we're going to speak to the captain of the guard. I'm
The
assuming.
warden.
Syldia? Yeah, the head warden.
Sure. Then you can all go inside into at least the main
Yeah. we'll just
hub,
split
where
up.
you can see a couple of soldiers and another one at the front. The soldier kind of gives this captain-looking guard a nod and allows Ambrose to follow him, but the rest of you stay in the little hub. Ambrose, as you walk in, he opens a kind of a greyish door, walk down a couple of corridors, turn a couple of left, and eventually go downstairs into kind of like this dank cellar room. It is a long corridor, and there seems to be 6 cells total. 3 lined on either side of the cell. So there's 3 cells on the left and then 3 cells on the right. And you can see Autumn in the first cell. Hjarlgron appears to be on the opposite one, and then Eldrith seems to be on the one next to Hjarlgron's. They're in opposite cells, but all in the same area.
I just walk past the other 2, just hands in pockets, give them a couple of nods. All right, gents. It's just like move over to where Autumn is instead.
Autumn is kind of like shrimped into a corner. She's like got her back up against the corner. She looks a mess. Hair sprawled all over her face.
I'm going to sit down, not too close to the bars, like just out of arm's reach kind of thing. Sort of pull my one knee up and just rest an arm on it. Morning, sleepyhead.
She opens her eyes and looks your way. You can see her closing her left eye and like looking with her other one as she's kind of like looking. She turns around. I don't want any visitors, do I?
Well, by the sounds of it, you've not got long till your mum gets here.
Yeah, as usual.
She like really your mum?
What's it to you? She kind of wipes her face and looks at you now.
Oh, you know, I don't see a striking resemblance.
You got my dad's genes.
Lucky that one. Huh? I'm just going to glance over it.
No.
Is Hjarlgron or Eldrith, like, are they listening in?
I'm assuming
me?
so.
No.
Eldrith is not.
Oh hell no! He's probably doing. You know, I know what he's doing. He's just kind of.
Listening.
No, he's so you know how the cells have like seats or benches, I suppose,
Yeah.
on the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the floor, on the bench. He's turned it into a makeshift table. He is writing something down, of which that you cannot see, but he's writing something down.
No. You?
Apology letter.
Yeah. Hjarlgron seems to be listening.
Yeah, I'm just starfished, but listening.
Okay. Let's just say I know a little bit about Miss Farwood, and I know she's not a great person, and I might be able to help you out.
Really? She looks at you. She's humoring you. She looks at you. Oh, please fill my ears with all of the wonders that you can provide me with.
I'm going to pull out my journal, and keeping the pages mostly shut, I'm going to scribble something on a piece of paper, and then sort of tuck it in half and pass it through the bars with a little flick.
Are you doing that trying without the guard being able to see, or?
Oh, it's like he's just
The guard's
staring at
in
me,
the
like-
room. He's not staring at you, but he's in the room looking down the
Okay.
corridor. Yeah, with a good enough sleight of hand check, you could probably get away with it without being seen.
Sure, let's do that. Yeet.
Let me have a look at my knight's passive perception.
Okay, now I'm rolling shit today.
It's crazy, man.
Okay.
Not off to a good start.
You
Oh, wait,
pass.
wait.
Oh,
Okay, no, continue.
okay. You pass the piece of paper. You're not really paying too much attention to whether the guards noticed or not. You tried to hide it, but you're not sure whether the guard did or did not see it. But at the moment, he hasn't acted upon it or stated anything. He's
No.
leaving you to it.
Okay.
She looks at the piece
I
of
will-
paper, kind of like be passed
I
into the
will,
cobbled ground, and she looks at it.
I will whisper you what I've wrote on it.
Okay. As you're doing that, she picks it up.
And I will just say, just nod or shake your head.
She looks confused, and then looks at you very kind of like intrigued. And she doesn't seem to want to give you an answer. What's this all about, exactly?
Yeah, bit. Pass it back.
Passes it back.
I scribble on it again. Pass it back through.
Oh, fuck. She scrunches it up into a ball and throws it at you. Who are you? Exactly.
Gonna pocket that piece of paper real quick. I'm not gonna tell you right here, but I think we might be perhaps a little similar, more than you know.
There's no one similar like me.
Let's just say I've been there before.
You can see her eyes, like, the circles around her eyes are so gaunt, hollowed, and, like, dark. She probably, you can almost imagine the type of hangover headache that she's got right now and just pain in her
Oh, yeah.
body. And so you're just looking at her, and she looks at you. A bit lost for words, actually. What is it that you want?
I don't want anything. I just want to help. If you believe that people would genuinely do that just out of the kindness of their hearts, maybe it's hard. But if you want to take the chance, perhaps tonight, meet me around the back of the autumn leaf. Just us two.
takes a couple of deep breaths. You notice her lost in severe thought and critical thought.
I wouldn't share any of this with her, because we might both be on the chopping block there.
You don't know what you're messing with.
Oh, I do, and I'm more than willing to risk a little bit to try and help someone. I know what it's like.
What's your name?
For now, I'm just the man you met last night. Slash. If I can trust you, you can trust me. Maybe I'll give you my name. Maybe you can give me yours. Just think on it. And he's just going to stand and keep that piece of paper in his pocket and gives Hjarlgron a smile. We're working on you as well, don't worry. And it just sort
Are
of
these
wanders
friends
on out.
yours? She kind of
Is that her?
Yeah,
her asking?
yeah. She asks about the scribbling mage and the starfished giant.
Somewhat, but they're both a little inexperienced in usual culture, we'll say. So I don't really have any say in what they do.
Right.
Just think on it, love. And it's just gonna wander out.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you wander out, the guard leaves with you.
Oh, thanks for that, mate. And just gives him a pat on the shoulder and carries on. And then when I get to the others again, I'm just gonna saw our boys down there. They're looking alright. Just see what you can do here, and I'll be on my way. And just gives them like a two-fingered salute.
The rest of you in the hub with the warden, who's looking at you expectantly, kind of looks at you. The warden is wearing kind of orange-tinted armor, mainly plate with chainmail. And he seems to carry like a large chain of keys around his chest and around his waist. But he looks over the basically almost like a counter, like a desk, where he seems to be signing paperwork to like either send people off to do some sort of community work, or maybe sending some to the gallows, whatever each person is like prosecuted for. And he seems to be stuck in his paperwork with mountain high stacks of paper. And he gives it a break and he looks over to you and puts his quill into the ink pot. You've been waiting there for a while. What can I help?
Hello there. I mean, firstly, would you like a cup of tea? You seem quite hardworking. I'm sure you'd appreciate a little brew to keep you going.
It's very kind, ma'am, but I can't just accept tea from strangers in a prison. Understandably.
That's fair. I suppose if you did, anyone could just come up and drug you.
He's like, yeah, that's what I was insinuating, huh? But he just got up and said it, so he's kind of like, yeah, exactly. Is there some sort of business you need?
Oh yes, last night a couple of my friends, a bit odd fellows, got arrested. They assaulted some guards, apparently. I wasn't there to see it, but they caught up in some sort of tavern brawl, I assume.
Yeah, a Goliath from the north and some sort of scrunkly small wizard.
Yes, I must apologize for them, especially the Hjarlgron, the Goliath. He's not very accustomed to the cultures of the south. He wasn't aware that it was wrong to assault a guard. I'm sure he didn't even recognize them when they came to break up the fight. I'm very sorry about that. Is there any way we could reduce their sentence? You know, they didn't mean to do much harm, really.
He looks at this like super high stack of paper, sighs and kind of eye rolls and looks back. They assaulted guards, you know. I can't just let this slide. Otherwise, people will be doing it every other week.
Yes, I understand, but you know, they really didn't mean to. You know, the culture of the North is very different, and the other wizard man, he's not very used to society, you know. He just wanted to protect his big friend. He's very loyal, you see.
I have a suggestion.
What would that be?
An active community service. The Goliath, Hjarlgron, he's extremely strong. And Eldrith, despite what you may think after last night, is very, very smart. If there's any sort of job you needed done that involved labor or logistics, I'm sure that they would be happy to help you out as an apology.
Yes, perhaps if you have any, you know, criminals running around which you've been struggling to apprehend, we could see if we could go about and capture them for you, maybe? Something like that.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage because you got Celwydd assisting you.
I would like to also use Emissary of Peace for a +5.
Oh, hell yeah.
Sounds
My
good.
channel divinity.
Here it is, advantage plus 12 points.
Sounds good.
For Doingle, 19.
19. Bloody hell. Okay. Fair enough. With the 14, I don't think it would have been quite enough, but with the 19, he looks at you. Again, looks at this huge mountain of paperwork, rubs his eyes with his thumb and his index finger. Right. Okay, here's what I'm willing to do. Having these two people in for a stupid brawl fight is more work than it's worth. I'm gonna be honest. I've got people here that are murderers, thieves, and all sorts of other much more worse sentences that I need to deal with right now. If it's true what you say, and this Eldrith fellow and Hjarlgron fellow are strong and keen of mind, then they seem to have some sort of adventuring party on the go. There is perhaps something that you can do for me.
Please
name it.
do share. I'm curious what you have for us.
Now, you're aware that our city is nearby the Dalia shoreline. Well, bandits have posted up by the name of Hummingwings. They're causing issues for a lot of boat supplies coming in and forth, back and front. I need you to bring me their leader, a woman. She calls herself Hummingbird.
Oh shit.
We got attacked by them quite recently.
They're taking patrol on either side of Dalia's divide. I don't exactly know where their hideout is or what they're doing, but they're causing issues on either side of the divide and causing issues for the boats sailing through. It's been on my list for a while, and it's also been on the Queen's list for a while. The tiny Queen would also be off my back, finally, about it. Now, you see, she's extremely cunning and quite slimy, so we haven't been able to get a hold of her, and our resources have been cut short. Obviously, this is more of a several-day exchange, and I'm willing to send them out on parole for it. However, keep in mind, I know who all of you are and their names, and I would very easily put out a search party for all of you if this happens to be a cut and run.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. my bones are a bit too weary for running away from the authorities these days. I'll keep them in check.
Very well. And I'll allow them to leave as long as you bring them back.
Of course. Do we have a deadline, I suppose, for returning with these brigands?
His eyes glance over to his paperwork and the stamp and the ink. He looks back. Not necessarily. As long as you don't take the piss. I would like updates on the situation as well. Whether that be through Raven or whatever other messaging way that you have.
I don't think we have any ravens. Celwydd, do you have any ideas for how we can send messages?
Maybe we'll have to access a service or put our heads together. Maybe someone in the party's got a way of doing it. We'll find a way to keep in touch with you. Somehow.
Maybe Eldrith will have a way.
Very well. Well, that's your task. I need her to be brought in. If you can get rid of the rest of the bandit crew and maybe just demolish their headquarters, that would also be incredibly helpful. Try and bring her in alive. If you have to bring her in dead, well, he shrugs his shoulders. At least you tried.
Yes, I'll try. I'll try to bring her in alive. I'm not the biggest fan of killing people.
I'll let them go with you. And they'll be released from their sentence, at least temporarily. If, however, they're not returned and you do not bring me back this hummingbird, as she calls herself, in due time, I'll start noticing. And then posters will start popping up in every city on the continent, and you won't be allowed anywhere.
Very well. Seems like a good deal. Thank you so much for your help. What was your name?
Warding Kill. It's a title given to me past my training.
Well, thank you very much, Warden Krill. We'll be seeing you once we have apprehended the criminals, I suppose.
Very well. And one last thing. If you cause any more commotion in the city, I won't take it lightly. You've given me your word. I expect it to be true.
I'll do my best to give them a good chewing out about their actions and make sure it doesn't happen again.
You say he's from the north and that he's away from society. Please, teach them our norms and values, please. This can't happen again.
I will do my
We'll
best.
double our efforts.
Then he looks over to one of the guards that's standing nearby the prison cells. The two most recent ones, the large giant and the small mage. Set them free. And the other guy, right away, Captain! Puts his hand up and walks into the jail cell. You guys in the prison cells are met with a small soldier, probably a rookie of some kind, getting his marks, and walks up to the cell for you, Hjarlgron. It's your lucky day, big guy. You're being let out on parole. Your friends seem to have a way of convincing people.
Parole. Kind of like head slightly like lifts forward so we can like see.
You're on a mission. Your friend said that you are good with strength and that your friend here is very smart. He wants you to put an end to these bandits calling themselves the Hummingwings. And you're to bring her leader back here.
You see him almost comically just rise like to a sitting position.
Like Dracula. Just...
Or the Undertaker, whichever one you want.
Yeah.
That's the one that attacked us not too long ago.
Well, you had to find them, destroy their headquarters, and bring back their leader. As he's saying this as he's opening the cell for you, and he swings the door open, and he goes over to. Preferably, yes.
But can be dead.
Yeah, I did. I do think he insinuated that. I think.
Good. You'll get either.
He walks over to the next cell. Do you hear that? He kind of talks to you, Eldrith, in the next cell along. Did you hear all of that?
You'll see him lift like his free hand, the one that's holding down the paper, or his booklet, whatever it may be. We'll just give it like a thumbs up, wiggle his thumb like up and down real quickly.
Yeah, okay. It opens the cell for you as well. And yeah, you are rejoined with Hjarlgron and Eldrith in the main hub of this jail.
I will not go straight away. I want to go to Autumn, quote unquote.
Looks like
Yeah, you walk over to Autumn, who is obviously behind her bars.
And sit down in front of the cell.
You got off lightly.
Well, if we weren't interrupted, who knows how I would have gotten off. Give like a smile.
I was talking about your prison sentence. She laughs.
Well, I'm going to be honest, the bars wouldn't have held me for long.
I would have liked to see you try.
I'd say maybe next time, but I'm hoping not to spend another night in such a small space.
Yeah, I don't think I imagine they will bring you into the cells if they do it again. I imagine your head will be more designed for the chopping block.
If they can get through it. You have a mean fist. You
Thanks.
should use it for something.
I do. Beating people up that I don't like.
I mean, more so out of this town.
Ever heard of a bird being trapped in his cage? That's kind of how I feel.
Well, birds can often escape.
Not if their wings have already been plucked.
They still have legs.
She looks at her legs. Suppose you're right.
Well, I'm hoping this isn't our last meeting.
Oh,
I
I'm
would
sure
never
it won't
spot at
be.
you again.
Maybe he wants to have had a couple of drinks.
Maybe a bit of food. You look a little. You look like my friend here, and I point to the absolute twig that is Eldrith.
Oh, she's built. It's just her face that's gaunt. And...
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Saying though, you're looking more like him.
It's probably all the drinking.
Well, maybe lighten up.
Oh, I'll try.
More for the sake of your fists. I'd rather not such talent go to waste. After all, well, the first one down here has actually landed a good blow. Which isn't magic.
I'm glad I could give you a challenge in a bar.
Well, stands up. A noble life doesn't seem to suit you. More of an adventuring type. And if we ever meet on the roads, I'd be glad to have you a part of us. Look at Eldrith. What's he doing? Is he just like facing a book or something? Writing?
Looks like he's just about done scribbling and writing, whatever the hell it was he's scribbling and writing. He gently closes up his book and kind of, for the first time in this entire ordeal, has like his head up and facing something else.
Look back to Autumn. Well, it was good to meet you. Like kind of squints. Autumn.
What was your name?
Hjarlgron.
Sounds northern.
Well, I am from the Frost.
Well, enjoy your freedom. She sits back down in the corner of the room.
Eventually.
Mm-hmm. So it kind of gives like a defeated smile and puts her head kind of looking down in between her knees as she brings them up.
I'll whisper to Eldrith.
Hmm?
I'm gonna actually. Where are you?
Go on then.
I'm fucking tapping to you. I don't have rapid fingers like you do.
400 words per minute. No.
Impressed.
Finger toast.
Let's see it.
It's too difficult to write for my big fingies.
Then yeah, you guys may exit the cell and join your party members who are waiting for you in the waiting room lobby with the warden, etc.
After I've whispered that to Eldrith, I'm gonna hopefully, if he does what I asked, slip in a little note to the cell and then go off.
Okay, write to me what that is.
Yep.
Mm.
Here you go.
Okay. Very well, very well, very well. Alright, mis amigos, you are rejoined in the warden's
We are
room
rejoined.
with the rest of them as you are free from your prison. Thanks to some very nice smooth talking and trading of work.
It's a new day, right?
It is the morning of a new day, yes?
Does that mean I would have had rested long, or
Yeah, you would have had a long rest, yeah.
okay? Just making sure because I'm 1 HP right now.
Yeah, you would have regained. You would have regained the benefits of a long rest, yeah. By force, since you were unconscious anyway.
Thanks, though. Right.
Come along, you two. We need to head off and have a talk.
And you can
Let's
thank
go.
us later.
Oh, thank you. No, thank you. Granted, my next course of action would have been ripping out the bars, but
I
suppose
think
that's
that would
right,
have
too.
caused way more trouble than it would have been worth.
maybe so. But we have a job to do, don't we?
And
Yes.
it settles a personal grudge as well, so 2 birds, 1 stone and all that.
Birds. I see what you did there.
I'm curious
And
to
was
get
it
my
even
hands on that
intentional?
woman again. I had some strange. Kind of like puts his hand on his chest where she like fucking induced like some crazy fucking move on me.
Blood bending.
Yeah, straight up.
Literally.
Hopefully Pierce has some insight as to how we can deal with these crazies.
Well, he worked with them before. He probably has some knowledge of their workings. Might be able to get us a clue or at least a hint as to what they're doing and as to where they're hiding and how they operate. Right then, what are we
I
doing
think
first?
we should probably reconvene with everyone so we can discuss our next course of action.
Then,
Hmm.
let's. I don't know where to go. Where were we staying last night?
The tavern. I can't quite remember its name.
The
What's it called?
autumn leaf?
Indeed.
Yes.
That sounds right. Yes, I think we should reconvene there.
Then let's
I
go.
assume Doi will be. around there somewhere. Then, Pierce, I guess we wait for Ambrose and Pierce to show up and we can discuss the next course of action.
Let's get to it.
Ah, and you two missed the splendid breakfast we had.
It is fun.
Yes, we enjoyed Celwydd's breakfast, birthday breakfast. It was quite exquisite.
Oh. I didn't know it was your birthday.
I'd almost forgotten. Not quite how I thought I would be spending my birthday, but I'm glad we got you two out. It's not all doom and gloom.
No. Suppose I can give you this, and I'll hand over a hand axe from the north. This is a birthday present.
Oh my goodness. Oh, You don't need this?
As you can see, he's got the giant bone maul, like
He's,
4
like,
javelins
strapped.
which are sticking like on his back, another axe on his hip. I am well off.
Oh, so
Plus,
this was forged in the frost, then.
that it was.
Ah, I love a cultural gift. Thank you, Hjarlgron.
You're welcome. Also, it'll help in closer quarters, since you're
Yeah,
looking at like the harp on your back. Don't think you can swing that. At least,
no.
like a weapon.
I do have a small dagger, but she kind of feels the weight of the axe in her hand. I'm trying to imagine throwing this right at someone's forehead.
Ugh.
Now that would be a hefty wound.
Well, if
And
it
a good
came
use
down
of
to it, I'm just worried I would miss.
Well, we can
I'm
always
sure you'd manage.
do some practice in the night. Getting used to it.
Ooh, axe throwing?
Yes.
Sounds great.
Very good. Kind of like ruffle your hair.
Flowers will probably fall out of it.
I feel like it's gone from like all like perfectness to just straight up frizz now. Like, it's not like a little it's more of a, he doesn't really know how to do it. He just puts his hand on and just, it's like
Smush.
polishing a fucking a banister post.
Huh.
God, my head.
Alright. Very nice.
Well, to the autumn leaf, I suppose.
Okay. You guys can head over to the Autumn Leaf. Do any of you present have a passive perception of roughly 13 or higher?
Nope.
Let's see.
Oh,
Nope.
12. Mine's 12.
Alright, very
I
well.
got 11.
12, yeah.
Wouldn't see it then.
Damn.
No worries.
We're only level 3. We're just babies.
No wisdom is here.
I've
What about
foregone
Doi? Does Doi not
perception
have
this
Yeah,
time.
I'll say, does
Perception?
Doi?
I feel like
The
Doi-
wisdom.
I
master, like,
I think you've
was-
got 5, don't you?
I was unclear if I was there or not. So I was
I just
letting
assumed you
you-
went with them. And you would see it from anywhere anyway. This is for any of you in the city.
Yeah, I would have a 15.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Doi. Well, on the eastern side of the city, like a blink, you would see like a flash of light, and then it goes as quickly as it went.
Is that the side the cathedral's on?
Cathedral's like northeast-ish, but it was like past that, more to the east. It was more eastern than towards the cathedral, and it just looked like a flash of light that shot up to the sky. No one here seemed to pay it much heed. Like when you look around, no one notices it or seemed to notice it. But you specifically noticed a flash of light.
Then he would say absolutely nothing.
I won't know this, but like one more question. Does it seem very far away?
Well, you wouldn't know. I can't tell you.
Fucked up.
Yeah, you guys can go back to the Autumn Leaf together. In the meantime, whilst you guys were having a chat and walking back, Ambrose was doing some other things on his list. One of them, which was scouting out the cathedral and looking at who was coming in and out. A couple of commoners, nice, commoners, a couple of commoners, some pilgrims and other such things. But you also saw Versa leave the cathedral and head over to the nearby graveyard that's next to the cathedral, and he seems to be doing some prayers there.
Yeah. By the way, the rest of the party, I've been on the roof the whole time. Just like really high up on the cathedral roof, just peering over at the door.
Yeah.
I am going to very casually stroll down the side, perch myself on like a nearby like a gargoyle or a statue.
Okay.
Hope I'm not disturbing anything.
He opens his eyes from a prayer. Do I know you? Are you here for a lost family member?
Hold on, maybe this will jog a memory. And I like reach into my pocket, pull out my glasses, and put them on.
Even then, he looks for you a split second. It takes him a while. Then he goes, "Oh,
It's a disguise."
and he kind of gets closer. Ambrose?
Shh. I'm not in the greatest standings with some people here. I couldn't help but notice you were just having a moment to yourself. I hope I didn't ruin anything.
Oh, God, no. I'm giving some prayers to some of the past. It's a kind thing to do to try and grant prayers to those who have passed. See if they get a better life from it.
Of course. My party tells me that they came along here yesterday while I was gone, and they had to speak with your family.
His face goes from being quite happy and kind of like amused by your disguise and what's going on, and then it kind of drops and he looks down. Yeah, we had a talk.
Obviously, I'm incredibly sorry, but I'm assuming you are not too surprised when some of us, especially myself, weren't necessarily too into what was going on.
He kind of pulls a bit of a smile and a laugh, just from loose air. No, of course, I was a bit naive to believe that all of you would be interested, but...
Oh, no, not naive. Optimistic, I would say, and it's never wrong to have optimism.
Well, that's what I try and bring to my best. But yeah, the conversation took a bit of a darker turn. My brother didn't seem to enjoy their company as much, giving their views and whatnot. Didn't seem to really like me conversing with all of you either, so perhaps you being here in a disguise is a good idea.
Quite possible. You don't get on with your family, do you?
I do. They're just a bit more forceful than I am. They see things a bit more black and white than the grey areas that sit in between. With 17, he does. You can tell there is a inexplicable, unbreakable love for his siblings. He is like to the core. He's loyal, but yes, he does. There does seem to be some preface of like being undermined and like being shut up quite frequently that he seems to kind of like put forward.
I was in a similar situation to you once.
Really? You also had siblings praying to a god and trying to do a ritual to... I guess not.
Okay, no. But let's say people that I devoted myself to, and I thought it was a two-way ordeal, and I loved them, and tried to do my best to fit in, you know? And let's just say I know how it looks when someone is being strung along.
Kind of, I suppose. I still love what I do, and I still believe in Solon's teachings of his paradise, but some of the things are done in ways that I don't think I agree with. My method is slow, but it's correct.
Well, I found you very persuasive, if that matters. Obviously, I'm biased, so it was hard. But, you could have turned me if I was not so set in my ways.
I appreciate the compliment. We just see a bit different, eye to eye and such. And they're not too fond of me calling you guys allies or friends. It's a shame.
But friends should be the ones that you choose. They're the true family after all. Not that I'm saying that we should be that, I'm just,
Of course. I am worried. I can't lie. Hjarlgron mentioned that he would put up a front, and I understand entirely, but I surely hope that one day we don't end up on opposite sides. I believe we all want the same thing, really. A better place.
Oh, of course. I just perhaps think that even you believe that the methods, as you refer to yourself, are a lot less gentle than yours. Perhaps not the best way to go about it.
Yeah. He looks up to the ray of light that's kind of casting down on him and turns away from it again. I shouldn't really converse much, but I think I've earned enough of my punishments for one day. What do you all plan on doing now?
Oh, we were just... I don't know if you heard, but there was a particularly nasty brawl that happened last night, and one of ours was involved, so... we're just sort of ironing out the folds there. Get back to it afterwards, I suppose.
What
Maybe,
does get back to it mean? Are you going on another adventure? He seems really, interested, almost as if he wants to, live through you. He looks at you with gleaming eyes. Is it perhaps another quest? A place to go? Someone to save?
Oh, well, bandits causing trouble. The guards seem to have a bit of problems sort of multitasking at the moment, quite bogged down by work, so we're just going to go and try and, capture them alive, bring them in, and give them a slap on the arse in prison, I think.
He smiles. Sounds fun. I hope...
Well, you're always welcome to join.
I can't. We have a pressing ritual to attend to.
Not even just for today, maybe tomorrow.
That's the thing. It is tonight.
Oh, well, I didn't know you double booked yourself.
I didn't know that I would have either. Not that I would have been able to go either if I could.
Is it like the normal kind of ritual, to say a few prayers, light a few candles, that sort of thing?
His eyes dart to the ray of light that seems to follow him. I cannot say. Just a ritual, Ambrose.
If you're worried about the sun, and I know that probably for you it carries more weight, maybe not. I also have never really been one for the bright light and things like that. I've always turned myself to the shade. I've never really had any repercussions.
It's a bit different for you and I. I love the sun and its warming embrace and the light that it brings. But it's slightly different for both of us. the way it works.
Hmm.
The sun sees
I
everything
suppose.
it basks its light in, after all.
And what if you're just hiding in the shade? Surely can do a little bit of mischief.
He looks a bit worried. It should have to be a big shadow. Ambrose, this has been... And he kind of like smiles to himself and worries slightly. You can see him kind of clenching his hands and kind of rubbing at his palms with his thumb. Really nice. I hope that your adventures to the bandits are great and that you don't perish. And I hope everything goes well. Hopefully we will see each other again. That would be nice, I suppose. Please pass everyone my word. I better get going. Thera's just left and I just have to help Lucian.
Of course, of course. Well, I won't get between two brothers and their hobbies. As I said, though, you're always welcome.
Thank you, Ambrose. It does mean a lot. May the sun be and then he stops himself. I hope everything works out and good luck.
May the sun be with you, I suppose.
As it always is. And he gives you a kind of like a cordial bow of his head. That's a bit awkward, and then he walks back into the cathedral.
Hands in pockets, gonna stroll his way over to the inn, and on the way pick up the other little thing
Yes.
that I was waiting for. So.
Easily done. Easily done.
Easily done, yes. It just strolls in to the tavern, big beaming smile,
You
big
meet
box in his hands.
You meet the rest of your fellow adventurers that are sat at a table.
Oh, right. And sort of puts the box down on the table. I've got good news, good news, good news, and some bad news.
Right.
No share.
Let's have it, Slash.
All right. First bit of good news, I might be softening Autumn up a little bit. Might be able to get through that hard exterior that she puts up. That's the minor one. Other good news, Thera just left.
That certainly is good news.
Other good news, I spoke to Versa and perhaps sowed some seeds of doubt in his mind about his familial bonds, and gained a little bit of information from him.
Okay.
And that's where the bad news comes in, of course, because there's always got to be bad news. They're doing a ritual. It's taking place tonight. And it's probably fucked.
Is this what's happening in the cathedral? Below the cathedral?
I would assume so, with your sources and mine put together.
What do you mean it's fucked?
Well, I mean, I'm taking it from the fact that you said you spoke to a ghost and they said they were killing people, so it's fucked.
Yeah. So
But
you think
whatever-
it's too late to do anything?
No, I think now is exactly the right time to do something. Thera's gone. Versa is unsure.
Yes, perfect.
And it's your birthday, so you're probably going to feel great when we do it.
As we know, birthday luck does exist.
Really?
Exactly.
Would be nice.
Oh, and speaking of, and he's going to twirl the box around and open the lid and reveal to everyone a cake. And it has some nice little icing and some green little sugar leaves and the pattern of a harp in the icing, and says, "Happy day of birth, Celwydd."
What is this thing?
That's fun.
Oh my gosh! That's for me?
Yes, I would say that I made it myself, but I've never quite been a baker, so...
I'll look to Syldia. What is that?
It's a special little food which people usually get for their birthdays.
Right.
Quite a common practice in Galmont.
No, I don't have any candles, so I was going to try and do that. But happy birthday, dear.
Celwydd will just get one out of her bag, put it on the table, light it, and then blow it out.
Amazing.
Just looking at this, like,
Kellen,
what is this?
Ah?
can we get a knife over here?
Oh, I suppose I can bring you something over. Whose birthday is it, lass? He really walks over with the knife.
It's mine.
Oh, you should have said. I would have put it all on the house.
Oh, don't worry about it. I like to share. Do you want a piece?
Oh, he like rubs his belly. He looks back at like the kitchen, maybe where his wife is. Looks back towards you guys. Oh, I don't know. I've been putting on the pounds lately. I don't know if I should. Oh, go on then. Just a small slice, though, eh?
I did this. Start cutting it. Thank you. Slash. Thank you. She gives you
No
a
problems.
smile. She starts cutting it up for everybody.
Later tonight, when you return, because you obviously will, I'll make sure to food platter for everyone, and the drinks will be free for the first round, eh?
I don't like the way you said that, man.
Sure you will.
Something about that. Just
Don't know what you mean.
Shame if you didn't get this discount, players.
oh god.
Well,
Just a
Is
tiny
that-
slice for me, please. No, smaller. Smaller. Yeah, that'll do. It's like hardly like a tablespoon worth of
It's one
cake.
of those ones where, like, yeah, it's so thin that it just flops over when you
Literally,
eat
yeah.
it.
yeah.
All right, so now that we've got ourselves some lovely mood and a delicious cake, what's the plan?
Well, first thing I must mention before we go on to plans, Hjarlgron and Eldrith. You two need to be very careful about what you're doing. No more getting into trouble, no more bar fights, no more assaulting guards whilst we're in this city, or your heads and mine will be on the block, okay?
I will not get into fights within the city, but you know what? No, I will not.
Good. Yeah, I've
And
learned to do so much.
and probably no more greasing up guards.
It was funny. I'll give you that. It was funny in the moment.
Well, if
Oh,
I had
the
known they were
aftermath.
guards.
To be fair, I was wondering why you came in with me. I like look at Eldrith.
Well, I didn't know they were guards initially. I thought you were
No,
just being
I
assaulted
meant-
by heavily armed men.
I meant the prison. I never knew why you joined me there.
Eldrith,
I
you need
assumed
to...
maybe some aid was needed. He shrugs.
Oh, thank you. And like kind of pat you on the back.
Well,
I have a
obviously-
suggestion. Perhaps before you cast any sort of spells on someone assaulting Hjarlgron, ask if they're guards first.
It helps.
I
if we're
don't
all
think that's
wearing
going
the
to
same
help us
thing.
if we're being assaulted by bandits in the middle of the woods.
And Eldrin's just like, are these guards? Can I hit them?
But,
Do you
Skeletons,
need help?
skeletons rise up from the ground, stop beating up Hjarlgron. Guys, are these guards? Can I attack them?
It's the end of the campaign. We're fighting Solon. Guys, is this a guard?
It's
Will I
the
get
pigeon meat.
arrested?
Is this,
Is this a
pigeon?
guard?
well,
Oh my god.
Actually is.
just be slightly more careful when we're in towns, and especially this one. No more fighting or greasing or whatnot. At least out in the streets. I don't know what we plan to do with the basement of the cathedral, though.
Well, in hindsight, I suppose it was a bit silly, considering my current whereabouts. I was simply lost in thought, and next thing I ruckus, there were heavily armed men on my front.
I look to Syldia. So under the cathedral, it's fine to fight.
Well, I mean, the
Depends
hope
what
is
we
that we
find.
don't have to, but
If we don't have to, but if it arises, I can, right?
I suppose we just need to make sure that we don't get caught by the guards. But
Very
I
well.
don't think that will be an issue underneath the cathedral.
I'm sure once we get in, it's probably fine, but we'll have to see what's going on first. You could
But
definitely
yes.
get all of that energy out on the bandits when we catch up with them.
Certainly.
I intend to.
Also, if we can make it back by nightfall, that would be great. And then we can cash in on that platter, you know?
I mean, I was there. I was there. Stab? Slash?
Slash. Yeah,
I did hear everything that was happening.
I know. I've,
We'll get there
si-
before nightfall. Don't you worry.
just so that everyone's in the clear, I've arranged to perhaps meet with Autumn, just a one-on-one, to see if I can glean a few answers from her, and hopefully this time, no fights. If I am in danger around the back of the inn when it happens, I will scream like a banshee.
Oh, terrifying.
You'll be fine.
But it has to be a one-on-one, otherwise she probably will freak out or something will happen. I don't know.
I plan
we'll
not to
leave
get
that to
involved
you.
in this conversation. You do
Well.
you.
First things first, we go deal with the ritual which the spirits Celwydd talked to mentioned. Then
Like
you have
spoke
your
to
little.
spirits. Look to come.
Oh, I realised that I hadn't run it down with Hjarlgron and Eldrith. Yeah, I speak to spirits sometimes.
Oh,
She just kind of smiled sheepishly.
similar power to our oracle within our tribe.
Oh, really?
Hmm. Also speaks to the land itself. Hmm.
Interesting.
It's very useful. It can glean quite a bit. If it has helped us, then good job, Celwydd.
Yes, well, I wasn't sure what I was expecting to hear, but two boys spoke to me, the spirits of two boys who apparently died beneath the cathedral. It sounds like they've been luring innocent people down there, and she does the cutthroat thing with her finger.
Hmm.
And they said we need to stop or interrupt whatever's happening down there before more people die.
And so we will. Now, how do we plan on doing this?
I suppose
Looking
we're gonna have
around
to
everywhere.
find some sort of secret entrance they must have, right? And hopefully it's not behind some sort of door with a convoluted password or...
Oh, hold up, wait a second, let me just change something.
No, please. Abandon that peg of
Or
you.
needing, versus fingerprints to enter it or something like that.
That would be a bit silly.
I
Yeah,
don't
who
know.
do
I'm
that,
just thinking
Reece?
of the possibilities.
Don't do this, Brennan, please.
If you had a secret door beneath the cathedral, how would you lock it?
With sun magic.
I suppose I would use a really big lock with a magical effect on it.
Hide it in plain sight.
Or it would be a pain if it was underneath the lectern or something like that.
You didn't see any clues, did you, Flash?
Sorry, what am I? What clues?
No secret doors, spooky passageways, passwords.
Oh, I was just hanging out on the roof.
Oh.
There were some pigeons and some very old gargoyles. Well kept, but very old. Good chisel work.
Well, we'll have to just get up there and go from there.
Sounds good.
When do you propose we do this?
as soon as possible, before Thera comes back, I'd imagine. We don't know when she's coming back. We don't know how long we've got, but she's gone now.
Oh,
We can only hope she's gone for the ritual.
Versus very unsure. Now would be the time to go. We either rush in, Hjarlgron style, or we do it like super sneaky, Pierce style. Wherever that bastard's gone to, I don't even know. Where is he?
he's just like under the table.
Yeah, canonically
never
he would
actually
have to
skill.
be with you, I suppose. But...
All right. But
maybe he's gone
if
to.
no one else has any problems,
Maybe he's gone to brood since they mentioned the hummingbirds again. Maybe he's gone to a corner and started brooding or something. I don't know.
true.
Ooh,
Watching Bro take over a bit of cake
Yeah.
and then come back. Well, I'm guessing what we finish this up, looks at the cake, and then go.
You've never eaten cake before, Hjarlgron?
No. Birthday tradition in the north, at least where I'm from in the tribe. They would bring a hunt back
Ah,
then-
savoury.
at night. Everyone would get together and whatever they hunted, a big feast.
Sounds like a
just as
lovely
good.
time.
It is fun.
But what do you think of cake now that you've tried it?
Well, I've yet to try any. I've only handed it out. Can like takes that
Oh, go on,
tiny
it's
little
not going to
knife.
eat itself.
Takes that tiny little knife. It's like precision. Takes a little bit. How does it taste, Brennan?
Sweet. You've never had cake before, or like dough in this manner. It's like a softer bread, but it's sweeter, and this frosting is weird. It's like eating blocks of sugar, but they've like turned it into a more buttery form. Odd, very sugary.
Very sweet.
Mm.
Not too bad.
Especially on your palate, I would imagine.
It's just nothing but meat. Quite nice.
oh, maybe we can take a piece for Versa. That'll really throw him through a loop in the moment if it comes to it.
Probably accidentally takes the candle and eats that because he thinks that's a part of the cake.
It's very chewy.
He's like a kid that eats crayons. At least it's non-toxic.
It's been given like this thing in front and he thinks, oh, everything's to be eaten in this thing.
Oh, Hjarlgron, I go to like reach my hand out, but you've already crunched it. That's made of wax.
Not bad. Coats the teeth.
That's gonna stodge him up real bad on the way out.
But don't worry, with the whole meat diet, Singrippers
He's
Singrippers
got like
are
an iron
normal.
gut. He's like a
The-
goat. He can just eat anything.
Legit. But the grippers are immense, so you need to know.
Oh my god.
Earth shattering.
What is going on?
Cuts a piece of cake, slides it aside. I'm down to send some to Versa as a good faith offering.
Not an awful idea. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
Might as well.
Alright, well. Once we've had our fill, I guess it's off to the cathedral then.
Indeed.
And that is exactly what we do.
Batman!
Star Wars PowerPoint transition.
You enjoy some cake. The black slide screen comes over to a new scene. The panoramic shot is of a bird that lands onto the roof of the Dawn Cathedral. and then it turns to a POV from the bird looking at you guys approaching it as a group from the front. Camera shot then swaps to the back of the group looking at the cathedral all together. There's a couple of people tending to some of the flowers nearby. Cut to characters.
Here we are.
Cut to characters. Voice line. Go.
I
No,
can't believe
this-
we're already
this is
here.
the
That was so fast.
This is theatre of the
I
mind.
can't believe it's not butter.
Wait, these aren't the lines in the script. Go again.
No
Sorry.
joy, I am your father.
No, wrong one. It's page
Change.
12. Guys, we're on chapter 2, page 12, guys.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry.
Ambrose, you
How
advanced
do
all the
you
way to chapter 10.
pronounce-
I don't know why you went there.
Sorry.
How do you pronounce blasphemy?
That's
Can someone tell me? I'm not familiar with that word.
Hjarlgron's like putting on glasses so he can read the script.
For the 4th time, it's blasphemy. Blasphemy.
Why does it say Doi dies here?
I think
No,
I've
Doi,
got it.
no.
Oh, shit.
Doi, no, you're on chapter 30. No, we haven't got there yet, Doi. And you stop reading ahead. You're ruining your character. Go back.
I don't like this.
Guys, which way is stage left? Are we facing forward or back?
I'm not too sure where.
I think stage left is behind us.
Good God.
Oh my god! I just realised that's why the bird's following us this entire time. It's
It's
the
stage
camera.
direction.
It's the camera. It's actually the camera.
It's stage direction.
Hello.
Oh, terrible.
Line.
Right, we're skipping your lines. We're
Nevermore,
going back to
nevermore.
we're going back to narrator. We're skipping your lines. The light gleams off of the doorway entering to the cathedral. Daylight still rises high in the sky.
Keep it up.
I think this is my cue. Fuck you, Verso. We're coming to stop the ritual.
I thought you were gonna say this is my cue. Fireball.
I bring down the wrath of the Novum upon thee. Eldritch Smite. Wait, no, that's the wrong one.
Looking at okay,
What
which,
was it again?
okay, you guys took path A for this quest, not path B. Okay, yeah. So you guys enter through the cathedral doors, kick down the door, and then it says Ambrose says, "Stop the ritual, you cunt." Okay, go on.
And then
Stop the
Hjarlgron-
ritual, you cunt.
And then Hjarlgron throws a Doi-sized hole through the twink.
Which one? Piss?
Oh, God.
Ambrose?
No,
Right,
the enemy
right.
twink.
Anyway, I've joined in now.
Enemy
and
twink,
it's,
enemy twink,
It's
good
bad
job.
when I start joining in the mission analysis, then there is no control. Right. Anyway, let's put
Yeah,
it
right.
There is no control, Brandon. It's all chaos.
Anyway, you guys walk out of the tavern filled with cake. Take a 5 to 10 minute walk up the hill to the Cathedral of Dawn, where in front you are met with the gleaming doors from the pane glass kind of door frames that they have. There are people nearby tending to the graveyard on the right and a couple of the flowers to the left. But yeah, it's up to you how you guys want to approach from here. I don't know what approach you guys have to all of this. At the moment, this party has been balls to the walls, knock it down, so it might just follow in fashion, so we'll see. What are you guys doing?
Well, is there just one way in? Is it just the main doors that
To
are
the
in?
main
Or, like,
cathedral?
doors?
Yeah, it's just a large door.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you want to waste time going around the entire cathedral and seeing if there's any other entries, you can do. But in terms of to the cathedral, as far as you can tell, at least from the front of the building, there's only one door.
We
There's
are
going to
also
be a... Go on.
we are also trying to get under. Maybe there could be a second way.
Well, to me, I would say if they would have a secret way down, it would be inside where nobody's going to be looking. You know?
That would make sense.
How about we go in, and how many people are in here now? Because it was not so busy when we came the day before, right? But
Are you walking in?
how busy it is.
Yeah. Sure.
Dan, dan. You guys just kick the door down. Dan. No, you guys walk in, open the doors. There are a couple of commoners here sat at the pews, maybe doing some like common day prayers. But in terms of the acolytes, like the actual Sacred Flame acolytes, you see 4. 2 of them dotted in the far back and left corner, and one back. So 2 back, so 2 at the back of the room, one at the right, one at the left, one at the right of the like lectern, and then another 2 that are like closer to you guys, towards the start of the room, where there's some spiral staircases that lead up to the right and up to the left, and probably to the balconies in the higher levels of the cathedral. But no siblings.
Do they don't the like acolytes, they don't react weirdly when we walk in, do they? They're just doing their thing.
They do kind of look towards you, but nothing like intimidating. They just notice who's walked in.
Because like it's a public building, I guess.
Yeah,
closed,
exactly.
so
Yeah, they do look towards you, but it doesn't seem like, oh fuck, they're here. And they pull their weapons out and start like throwing
Yeah,
gang
no, that's
signs.
fine. Gang signs, shit.
Yeah, throw
oh.
gang signs.
Ambrose just sort of shudders.
You alright? Do you eat too much cake?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Guess I'll start just walking around and half faking, like, oh, admiring the stained glass and admiring the like chandeliers and stuff. But really, I'm
Is
trying
there a
to
plinth
walk
with a
around
bowl and a knife?
Wait, hold on. We've been here before.
Okay. Do we have a elf blood? It's time to power things.
Oh, true.
You're a bloody elf, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Shit.
It's time to stop powering shit, boys. Let's go.
Alright, all you gotta do is roll stealth and we'll find the entrance.
It's true. Elfin stealth never fails.
I will become invisible using elf with stealth. DM, is this allowed?
Is this
Yeah,
allowed?
carry on. Yeah, go.
Bowler.
No, what do you guys actually do when you said?
Oh wait, I just had a better idea.
What's the flooring like? Sorry.
No. You do
Marbled. Checkered. The building is kind of shaped almost like a dome-ish format, with a long, narrow corridor that leads forward, and then it separates the left and to the right into large spiral staircases that lead up to higher floors of the cathedral. There seems to be a lot of floors up, but from at least point of view here, from just your passive perceptions, because no one's done any rolls here, there doesn't seem to be any staircases down or anything like that. There are plenty of doors that maybe lead into like confession rooms and stuff, though. Who knows?
Can I see anything on the floor, like any signs that there may be a hatch or anything like that? Any divots in the flooring, anything like that?
Just like where the pews and the common ground is? Sure, we can roll an investigation check.
It's not gonna be good.
7? No, this is just a couple of pews, some pillars, people walking around, some commoners, the lectern at the back, some doors that line some of the corridors to the right, to the left, and forward. That maybe lead to like maybe rooms for some of the priests, maybe some confession chambers, etc. And then the staircases that lead up to the high floors.
Ooh. The rooms, like the confession chambers and stuff, is there anyone really over there at the moment?
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. I'm gonna go sort of near one and just double check if anyone is particularly watching me.
The acolytes are following your guys' movements as you walk into this room and just starting to start looking around the room. They're a bit questioning why this group of people are like walking around as other people are like praying and sat down and whatnot. You guys are like just walking around and
I'm
scouting
gonna
out.
give off like big tourist energy.
Okay.
Like, oh my goodness, this is a wonderful cathedral. Oh, look how everything looks so nice. Oh, I love the gods. Ah.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, Ambrose is gonna look up at the ceiling, really pensive, and study it for a moment. Is there like carvings or like paintings on the ceiling?
Yeah, very kind of romantic style. There's a lot of paintings on the ceiling, mosaics, and the main one at the front of the room, kind of directly above where the large pane glass window of Aimee is, it kind of depicts a battlefield, and it's supposed to be replicating the historical events of the Sundering, and it's scattered across the ceiling of this kind of like divide of heroes bathed in like golden light by Aimee, and then on the other side, kind of these weird aberrant like creatures paved and colored with violet colors.
You know, the people of a couple of hundred years ago made the most incredible art, especially in the storytelling.
I do agree.
Told you this would be a good stop. You know, just for the architecture and the appreciation of art, if anything. I've always been curious, though. Do you think there's actually always somebody sitting in those confession booths, like waiting for people to come along?
No. Why don't you go and give it a try? And I give you like a nudge.
Oh, good idea. Yes. I'll do that right now. I'm gonna go walk over to one of the confession booths and looks kind of like awkwardly at the others. I'm just gonna
watch.
sit inside and like close the little. There's like a curtain or a door or something.
Okay, yeah, it's like a door. You close it. You sat in this confined space.
Get much traffic through today.
Fuck's sake. You hear a voice back. Just the usual. With what can I help you?
This is my first time. I'm not really sure how this works.
This is a room where you can speak your mind. Speak. Whatever dark secrets you hold that may be weighing you down.
Trauma dump him. Do it.
I'm not gonna get like smitten, smote on the spot.
Nope. I am held by divine right, sworn to secrecy.
Do I just full send it? Do I say something goofy? Do I say something seriously criminal? Or do I like, what do you think, boys? Do I just be like, I'm here for
his blood.
I'm here for the ritual. Like, what do I do?
A goofy would be funny, and also something heinous would be funny, in my opinion.
I'm here for whatever Ambrose has.
All right. Well, just so I know what kind of ground I'm working with here, like, what's the worst thing you've heard?
I'll tell you, I am sworn to secrecy after all.
All right. Well, someone who trusted me very, very well. I slept with the husband.
And this made you feel guilty?
Oh, no, it made me feel great. I enjoyed it a lot.
And with hindsight, do you feel like perhaps these emotions of enjoyment from someone else's misery are justified?
Absolutely, I'd do it again.
I'd do it right fucking now if I could.
So you're not here to repent for your previous actions?
I'm confused. I thought I was confessing.
Yes, and through confession you find redemption.
I was getting it off my chest, you know?
I see. Then speak your mind.
I'm here for the ritual. Just really close against like the gridding between or whatever mesh.
Oh my god.
Christ.
I love it.
What ritual would that be?
The one where we bring Solon's might to everyone.
You hear a silence. Those of you on the outside see as some person walks out of the opposite booth that Ambrose was in and walks up to these one of these acolytes on nearest to one of these pillars.
Hello.
Whispers something in his ear.
I'm
And
just
then-
watching this transpire.
And then returns back into the confession booth. The acolytes.
While he's gone very quickly, I'm going to cast Disguise Self. Kind of appear as like their same robes very low down over my face.
And the man says to you now back in the booth, "Are the others with you as well?"
They're pensive, but pliable.
You begin to notice on the outside, as these four acolytes are like speaking to the one or two people that are left here praying and whisper to them, and then these commoners leave the cathedral, leaving you in this large cathedral by yourself with these acolytes.
Oakland's dozing off in the pews.
The doors, the paned glass doors behind you close from the cathedral, and this kind of like line of light forms down the middle of it. And the person in the booth next to you, Ambrose, says, "So you've all changed your mind?"
Well, I don't think I had my mind set in stone to begin with. I'm quite an open book.
Well, we're under strict orders to make sure that your lot didn't intervene. You see on the outside as these four acolytes and to move around and move closer around here and begin to kind of like eye you all up.
Okay, through the gridding. What's the best joke you've ever heard?
You can't see his face, but he looks completely like bewildered. Joke.
Well, you know, people tell you things, and surely it's somewhere along the line someone's told you a joke.
I can't say that they have.
Oh, well. Since we're on the line of confessions as such, I tried to organize a threesome last night. There were a couple of no-shows, but I still had fun. And I can't say he has left.
Love it.
Alright! And you say your joke through the whispering forms of this booth, and the acolytes outside begin to look at you. You notice on the outside, guys, as these acolytes... let me just show what they look like as well in here. As these acolytes, from underneath their robes, rope darts fall out, or also commonly known, and well, I say commonly known, originating from fucking Japan, the Kyoketsu Shoge, which is the blade at the end of a long rope that they kick about.
Oh, that shit's
nice.
dope.
These 4 guys
Oh.
drop 2 from either side, from outside of their robes. They drop them from there, kind of like loosening the ropes slightly. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Wait, you're sending actual fucking flame shinobi after us, bro?
Right.
Oh, wallahi.
Ambrose would be... Oh,
Oh, I'm lost. Let's go, baby.
Oh,
Sent him in there for the
Holy
meme,
shit.
for a joke. I'm
Holy
just like,
shit.
what the fuck?
Is that
He's
straight?
fucked it,
Right.
I
guys.
kind of feel like they were onto us though when they were like, we were told to stop you from interfering, so I'm getting this out here before he hits me with something through the wall.
That's
I was
fair,
on.
that's fair.
I was
He-
on to
he's already
something, bro.
You were onto something.
Yeah, I was DMing Brandon about like what I was investigating.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
I was
Oh,
on
bro,
to
you should have
something.
said something. You should have
It's your fault for saying nothing.
You were in
I
the
was flipping through the
private chat.
pages.
very well.
Oh, God damn it.
I apologize for Aimee and Reece. This might be long, so hopefully in the hour we can get this sorted. Well, this is not how I thought this was gonna go, but let's get it.
Hey, whatever. Fighting
I'm
in a
down.
church. Pick. Let's go.
Alright, as you see these guys drop these rope darts from their robes as their ropes loosen slightly and the blades kind of drop a couple of inches towards the ground. You see them begin to kind of like sway them, and as they do, they chant something, and all of a sudden the blade illuminates in flame as they now begin swinging these things from side to side, filled with flames as they kind of twirl them around them. You in that confession booth, though, obviously this acolyte that's inside here, remind me again what he has to do. It's a wisdom save?
A Widom save.
Let me just add the acolyte that is in
Yeah.
there with you. So you guys are like up here in a confession booth, and he needs to make a
Gosh.
wisdom save. Strong 5.
Nice.
Great God.
He's incapacitated, prone, and is giggling.
Very well. You begin to hear from inside this booth like a, and he's like beginning to like fall, and you can hear him in the room, in the place, kind of like laughing to himself uncontrollably. All right, Doy. That brings us to the top of the round. What you doing, bud? Doy? Skipper?
Sorry, muted. Doy doesn't. I'm gonna be quick. Doy doesn't understand that anything is going on. Basically, the guy stepped in the booth and started laughing. Weapons were drawn, but Doy doesn't see a threat. He's not gonna do anything.
Okay. Very well.
In character.
Yeah, in character. Yeah.
Alright, that brings us to these guys that will act as a clump for speed's sake. Alright. Let's get them moving, shall we? Well, actually, all of them have a very similar first turn. So I will do this for all 4 of them, except for the one that is laughing manically. All 4 of these do the exact same thing on their turns, which is cast Shield of Faith on themselves.
Nice.
So all 4 of them bring up this small flame from their chest, touch it to their chest, and this aura wraps around them. And they will move into this formation. The one in the booth needs to make a save, I assume?
Yeah, but it's at the end of his turn, so he wouldn't be able to do anything else.
So he's currently in cap, right?
Yeah, prone, incapacitated.
You can't take actions or reactions. And prone. Okay, literally, he can't do fuck all.
Prone and incapacitated and unable to stand up. So,
Very well. Yeah, he does nothing. Okay, so he ends his turn. So wisdom
Another wisdom
save. A 4! We're going down! We're going down! We're not going up in numbers, we're going down. Alright, he just stays in that booth laughing. Hjarlgron, you're up. You see these 4 guys pull out their weapons and kind of start obviously looking towards you very intimidatingly. They seem to have escorted like the commoners out. The door behind you sealed shut from what you can tell, and they've lit their blades on fire coming towards you guys.
I look to Syldia. I know we're not under, but does this still count?
Well, they're going to attack us anyway, so we can say this is self-defense.
Good. Stands up from sitting down from the pew. Like that. Takes off, goes to take off the maul, but then is like, He's going to rage. It'll be a molten rage, Brandon.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay,
I'm going
you
to set
guys.
the pews on fire around me as I stamp the ground.
You guys all see as Hjarlgron stands up, like shakes his neck, and you can hear like a. And then all of the candles on the chandeliers, the flames from them, douse, wrap around Hjarlgron, and then bust up from the ground as the pews around him catch ablaze.
I'm gonna grab one of the pews and I'm gonna launch it at one of the acolytes.
Oh my god!
Alright, make an improvised weapon attack, which is a d20.
Yeah. D20, go.
Well, let me just double check that it's nothing else. Yeah, it's just a d20, yeah. Okay.
That's fine. I just want to fucking launch a pew at them.
The 7 will miss, but you grab this flaming pew and throw it their way. It crashes against one of the large marble pillars here. It does miss them, but the flames begin to like spread upon the carpet on that side in the top right corner.
Yeah, takes out them all. See whose flames burn brighter then. And yeah, I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. As I'm walking, all these pews are gonna be setting on fire because I'm a light.
Very well.
And yeah, I'll go here. That will be me, brother.
Okay, how far is that?
Hang on.
15 feet. Let me double check the range on this thing. Rope darts. Action. Range. 5 to 20. Okay, yeah. He's going to use his reaction to attack you. Like Polearm Master.
Yeah, that's fine.
But without a polearm. Alright, he swings his thing. An 11 to hit.
Just grab it.
He swings it away. You manage to grab it. He then kind of like kicks it and loosens it from your grip and then brings it back around and begins kind of flaying it again. But he does miss. Anything else you need to do?
That's everything.
Alright, Celwydd, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna maybe form up next to Syldia here. I'm gonna call over Ambrose. What in the hell did you say? And I will.
Funny threesome joke.
I'm gonna gently place my hand on Syldia's arm as I walk up beside her, and I'm going to bestow her my Tale from Beyond using my action.
Ooh.
Oh, let's go.
Aw.
Could you explain what that does, please? For, obviously. For...
It was Tale of the Traveler, I believe. So you get
Yep.
this much temporary hit points,
Nice.
A baller?
and you get 10 movement speed and 1 AC, I believe.
Ooh.
Oh damn!
Oh,
Holy shit!
Yeah,
What's
boy.
that for?
I'm gonna
Yes,
fucking
you get
zoom.
HP, walking speed increases by 10 feet, and you get +1 AC.
Damn.
Yeah, remember the Tales from the Beyond are good shit.
That's some good shit.
Yeah, and that was my action, so I will just form up here, and that'll be my turn.
Oh,
Very well, Eldrith. As you're looking and you're beginning, you're like reading these inscribed murals on the side of some of these pillars, and you just kind of like leaned in, looking at them and reading them, and then all of a sudden you hear this commotion going on. You hear a huge crash as Hjarlgron throws a flaming pew at these guys. You look to your left and you see you're like snapped out of your little mind focus. You snap out of it, you look to the left and you see these 4 acolytes with these flaming rope darts attacking Hjarlgron.
Oh, he suddenly feels like this is a very familiar situation again. Well, he wasn't expecting a fight, so my one turn here will be to cast Mage Armor.
I respect that.
Okay, very well.
and I'll get 1 fragment. That is my action. Because I don't
Yep.
think you can ritual cast mage armor, can you? Even then, I
No.
wouldn't want to enough
Yeah,
times.
in a fight, I wouldn't recommend it.
10 rounds of me just going, yeah, hold on a minute.
I wouldn't recommend. So is that everything?
Yeah, for now, well,
You got movement.
they're all
if
over
you
there,
wanted to.
so yeah. I can't really, I just, over there, so 5, 10, 15. So 5, 10, 25. I'll hide behind this pillar for now, just so I can be within
Very
range
well.
if anything happens.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. Alright, these
Yeah,
are
okay,
already
pass.
as they go. Ambrose.
Strides out and whips the curtain open, like dramatic as shit. And then immediately rubs his hands together. Right, let's see what we're dealing with. Whips open the other curtain at the guy laughing on the floor.
Yeah, acolyte, like the rest of these guys, cloaked up in these grey darkened sacred flame robes. These weird masks that cover their face, and it just has a symbol of the flame over their face. And he's just kind of literally hysterically laughing in the booth.
What is a mask made of?
Well, it seems to be like cloth or leather, whatever seems
Shit.
more comfortable to them.
That would
And they're
make
not wearing,
diabolical
and they're
waste.
not wearing metal armor, right?
None of them are wearing metal, and the things that they're holding is like rope, except for the tip of it, which is already on fire.
Yeah. Ah. Shit, I've lost my dagger. Well, it's been a jolly good time. And, let's see. Let's just go 30 feet up the wall.
Oh, okay, shit, you grab onto one of these marble fucking pillars and begin
like
climbing
this
up.
pillar here.
Yeah,
just
sure, yeah. Alright, yeah, good. Sounds good. Alright.
And
Bro.
then maintaining concentration on that. I'm gonna vicious mockery the one closest to Hjarlgron.
Yeah, okay.
And let's see.
It's a wisdom or a charisma save?
That is a wisdom save.
Oh, finally. 17.
Oh. Well, then he succeeds. But I was gonna say, do you choose to dress in rags all the time? Just, I guess nothing happens.
No.
And then I will bonus action Bardic Inspiration to Hjarlgron.
Very well.
Hjarlgron, hit him good, please.
Got it.
Alright. Syldia.
All, So they all cast Shield of Faith on themselves, right?
Yeah, all 4 of them took their first round to cast Shield of Faith on themselves.
Minus the
Who
one.
can play at that game? I'm also gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Amazing.
And then action dash.
Nice.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Oh, you're on
Alright,
plus 3
both-
AC now.
Both of those
Yeah.
2 will use their reactions to attack you with quote-unquote Pole Arm Master. But obviously it's not Pole Arm
Oh.
Master.
Bit rude, isn't it?
First attack, 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Alright, 7 points of damage. If it makes any difference, 5 of that is piercing, 2 of that is fire. If it makes any
That does not make a difference.
And the other one, 8 to hit.
Loser.
Alright, one of them wings the blade. You notice it, you parry that one, but as you leave yourself an opening, the other one swings quick and kicks the tip of the blade, and it stabs into kind of just underneath your rib, and just as quickly as it punctures, it gets pulled out.
Bit rude.
So you already lose the 10 bit points.
Oh yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, damn it.
Okay.
So is all that bonus gone?
Does it say whilst the bonus 10 hit points are there? Or does it say as, like, just an additional effect? What does the thing say?
What do you mean? It just says... Oh, yeah, it says while it has the hit points. Yeah. Oh, god damn
That's
it.
so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, the extra movement's gone in there, so that's alright.
Well, I guess
Sadly,
you had a chance to think of
yeah,
it.
sadly it just rolled a 1 instead of like a 6, which could have been up to 10
Yeah,
hit points,
that's
so it's
rough.
just unfortunate.
Oh
but
no.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Alright, so he's already gone. Top of the round brings us to Doi.
Get him, Doink.
All right. If you'll pull up Brown Bear, I'll try to move my speed. I'm gonna have to dash just to get
Brown
to
Bear.
them. Yeah.
Okay. Brown
Oh,
Bear
big
coming
boy.
up.
5,
Oh, wait, there's a ruler.
15, 20, 25,
There
30,
it is.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. What was Bear's speed? 65, 70. What's Brown Bear's speed?
Here you go. Share. Accept. There you go.
Speed is 40, so 2 more. Perfect. And then that'll be my dash So Doi will explode into metal, form into a bear once again, and begin just charging this acolyte, shoving Fuse aside.
That's what we like to see.
This creature keeps running towards them. Fuse fly that are already on fire, scattered to the sides of the room. You manage to walk all the way up to melee range with this one. The one on the right has already used its reaction on Hjarlgron, so he can't, but the one that you've ran up to can use his reaction. Last one.
Yep.
So he will use his reaction to try and attack you as you get close to him. 12 to hit.
Will
Bear
hit
AC.
a prayer.
Okay,
Yep.
so that's 6 points of damage. 3 piercing, 3 fire.
Heard, thank you.
Alright. Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Alright, that brings us to their turn.
Fight me, bro.
Why me? Alright, let's go from left to right. So the ones with Syldia. I've already used one spell slot on that. The one on the left to you, Acolyte 3, is going to try and cast Bane on you.
Oh shit.
Bit rude, isn't it?
It's a charisma save.
Oh, charisma save. Oh,
You got
okay.
this.
It's all good. He'll drop his concentration on shield.
Meets it.
Zam.
Yeah, they have no pluses to... Wait, don't they? That's not possible. Has it just not changed? Has it done the glitch?
Yeah, if you...
Oh, no, they have a... Yeah, they have a +2 to wisdom, so DC would have been 12. So, yeah, fail.
Okay.
That means his own sacred shield does indeed drop, but you're now baned.
Yippee. Why do I always roll like shit?
The one on top of you will just try and attack you with his rope dart.
Okay.
For a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Alright, so then bounces off your armor. That's them too. The one on the right, the one with the bear, is going to try and gain some distance, so this attack isn't done with disadvantage, so you can use an attack of opportunity if you wish. Skipper. Yep, that hits.
Oh.
25 does indeed hit. Alright, so...
Hell yeah. Clankers.
Minus 10 HP. Big hit. Big rot. Not add 10, minus 10. Alright, this one's bloodied. It will use its move to, like I said, gain some distance. That's 15, yeah, it'll go about there. And then uses action to swing at you without disadvantage. 21 to hit for 4 points of damage.
Okay, sure.
The one in between you guys, so the one that's in front of you, Hjarlgron, notices you on fire, so instead of using his weapon to attack you, he's going to use his other spell slot to cast Guiding Bolt on you.
Yeah, go for it.
For a 10 to hit.
It hits my chest and just dissipates. Nothing happens.
There
My
you are.
flames are stronger than yours, pussy.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, you better run.
4.
Hey, you better run.
Yeah, I'll move there, just in range. And then the one with you is obviously still fucking cackling, so can't do anything. Wisdom save. Oh my god, I rolled a 5 again.
Less. Wait, went up back.
Oh,
Burn it.
shit.
Yeah, so we've got a 5, a 4, and a 5. It's going well for this guy. He thought that joke was the funniest shit in the world. Hjarlgron, you're up.
Yeah.
He likes adult humor.
Maul comes out, slams the ground, dragging across, as I'm just gonna like jauntily walk over to him. I'll take any hits that
Yeah,
would go to
both
him.
of those are going to do attacks of opportunity towards you to try and stop you fucking intimidatingly approaching.
That's fine. It's not going to stop me.
Probably not, because you're fucking resistant to fire. The
Alright.
first one's a 23 and the second one's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, both hits.
So the first one is 4 piercing, 4 fire, 8 damage total. So 4 damage to you.
Yep.
And the second one is 2 piercing, 1 fire damage, so 3 total to 2. So 2 damage.
Damn.
Okay, 6. Good shit. And Maul still scraping across the ground. I'm just gonna like underarm fucking jaw him. The one that hit me first. So the guy on the right.
Yeah, this one over here. Yep, cool.
Yeah.
Attack.
I'm gonna kill him. Yeah, he's dead.
20
hits.
does hit.
Oh, I only did for 8.
8 points
Smash.
of damage. Yeah, he does not die from that. Luckily, they're not
Aw.
that weak. Wait, why am I not
Two.
playing as him? Hello?
Because I've killed him. That's why.
Wait, no.
He knows he's dead already, so he's stopped himself. No.
Oh, here we go. Finally. 8 points of damage. Good.
Yep. That's it.
Alright. Is it at the start of their turn if they're in your aura they take fire damage? Or is it when entering?
Let me check to be 100.
I believe it was start of the turn, but I can't remember. I think it's start of each turn, like if they start it.
End of their turn. They take damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wouldn't be start and when they enter because you could enter and then they
Yeah,
would start their turn.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
it's
so it'll be
only
at the end of their turn. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Celwydd,
With the,
you're up.
um,
Oh, sorry.
With the radiant Asimar one, it was at the end of like your turn that they took damage if they were.
Yeah, we've made
That
it at
was
the end of their
interesting.
turn.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Alright, Celwydd, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna move up to this pew. And she's gonna pull the strings on her harp very, very taut and be like, oh, this feels wrong. I hope I don't damage the church too much.
Oh,
And
God.
Oh,
cast
good
this
God.
slightly to the left of Acolyte 3, just so it clips him.
Just him?
Yeah. I think.
You could
Well,
pop
if I
it.
aim for the pillar, actually, I could get them both. Oh no, I'll
If you
get
pop it
Syldia.
here,
I'll get Syldia. It's going it
No, there's a
10
with
feet.
sphere you could hit both of them and not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would technically go to this
Just
and
about.
this, but not Syldia. It would be literally, like, bang on.
yeah, nail them and the pillar.
Yeah, I couldn't see it with the ruler because Syldia says 10 feet, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, I mean, sure.
It's
Yeah, I'll
just
go for
because
that then.
it's equipped for
Is this a
sphere.
sphere, not a cube or
Yeah,
a
it's
square?
difficult
Okay,
to
so that's
see.
You could have missed
two...
more people with your shatter.
2 con saves. An 8...
Celwydd's shatter is fucking lethal.
An
Legit,
8 and a
fucking
2. Wow,
use-
these guys are great. So these guys are great fodder. An 8 and a 2, so they both fail, so they both take 14 points of damage, which is...
Have they missed it?
no, 15 points of damage doesn't quite miss them.
Damn.
What about the pillar next to them?
So minus 15 to him.
It takes double.
They both have to do concentration checks, right?
Yes, I'm going to do that now as well.
Baller.
Alright, so now con checks. Which is just d20, right?
Concentration
Yeah.
is
Was the guy I attacked, did he have concentration as well?
a con save, I think.
The first one succeeded with a 15, the second one failed. So this guy no longer has shield up.
Damn.
But the one with Bane is still active. And oh yeah, the one that you guys attacked also need to make their saves. My bad.
I completely forgot about that, I'm gonna be honest.
Always forget about con saves.
And
Yo.
then the other two, let's have a look. Oh, so the one that you attacked with the bear, that one would have failed, so he no longer has sacred his shield of faith. But the one that you attacked, Hjarlgron still has it up.
It's fine.
So
It won't be left
acolyte
much longer.
3 with Bane is up, and acolyte 2 with sacred shield is up. Shield of faith even. Yeah, and then the pillar also seems to like crack slightly, but it doesn't seem to collapse. But you do see some cracks form on the structure.
Okay.
Yeah, they took some heavy hits from that. That was pretty fucking huge.
Try
Anything
not
else?
to bury me.
That will be all.
Very well. Eldrith, you're up.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, let's see. Can I? At the range of this, hold on. 90 feet. This was 80. Yeah, sure. This guy right here,
Yep.
bolting. That's not gonna
9
hit.
does not
Nobody.
hit. 9 does not hit. It goes long, crashes into the back of the cathedral.
Is that spell
Oh
hit
no,
yet?
the history.
The history,
I don't get.
the history did
We're
take
just
a hit.
ruining the place then.
Oh well.
anything else?
I'm going to end my turn. No, I won't. I'm going to try and send that one Starlight Fragment I got from casting Mage Armor. Same target.
Same
My
target. 13. Doesn't have sacred. It's not called Sacred Shield, you fucking dumbass. 13 hits without Shield of Faith.
Oh, let's go.
For 1 point
One
of
damage.
No,
So
it's to make a con
Let's
save
go.
from the 1 damage. Huge.
They're both 1 damage. Wait, what? I hate my life.
And yeah, you'll make another Constitution saving throw.
Now you know
Oh,
how
no,
it
this one
feels,
doesn't have-
Toast. Now you know how
Wow,
it feels.
he failed it. He rolled a 2.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm
Bane's
not baned
gone.
anymore.
That's fucked up.
we're so back.
Oh, Bane's got.
I
Oh, that one
was
was holding the
born
Bane.
in the darkness.
Yeah, that one was holding Bane, yeah.
Oh, I thought it
Actually
was this one.
huge.
No.
Nice. Well, Bane's gone.
Alright,
One damage
anything else you
proven
need
to
to
be
do?
the greatest.
No, pass turn.
Alright, Ambrose, you're up.
This one here that Hjarlgron's like closest to.
Yep. They're like underneath that archway, so from where you're gonna have to climb down to where you can like look.
I'm gonna poke my head under.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm going
fine.
to do that. And I'm going to shout at him, "Your god can't save you now!" Finish my-
Good God.
He's
Where
right.
is your god?
Good Goodman.
Wisdom save. 11.
Yes, he takes 3 damage.
Alright.
Psychic, if it matters. And
And he has to make a con
he has
save.
disadvantage on his next attack roll.
And he has to do a con save. Roll the 15. Okay, keeps his shield.
Yep. He has disadvantage on his next attack.
Very well. Anything else?
You've got a bardic inspiration, don't you, Hjarlgron?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. What's the range on my bardic inspiration? 60 foot. Too far away from Syldia. Yeah, that's it.
There is a bear.
Oh, there is a bear. I forgot about the bear. Okay. Get him, Grizzles. You also are gonna have a bardic inspiration.
Ugh.
Alright. Syldia, you're up.
Baller. Blank me, pussies. I'm gonna smack the acolyte 3. Don't like him.
Okay, yeah, go for it. That hits.
I just don't like him.
Yeah, 12 damage will do it. You bring the glaive to his leg, knocks him down, and then quick stab to the chest, falls back. Deadzo. That one is gone.
Yippee! That's my turn.
Alright, there you are. Doi. Well, brown bear, should I say. You're up.
Alright, so this brown bear charges this guy. He runs away, gets bitten anyway, loses his shield. The bear is going to purposefully step onto this railing, crushing it as it approaches to finish this guy off.
Go for it.
He's a vicious little dude when he wants.
17 hits. 8 points
Nice.
of damage. Ooh, wait. Is that going to be perfectly lethal or no? How much damage did it take last time? No. Okay, still not down. Close, though.
Alright, so he once again gets iron jaws locked on him, which which he thinks is relief. He looks up and sees a paw headed towards his face. Damn it.
Just misses. The claw comes through. He manages to quickly kind of like open the mouth just about enough and like push himself backwards to miss the claw attack that comes over the head.
And that'll be the boy's turn.
Alright, that's them. Okay. Crazy how we're gonna have to just attack with disadvantage, to be honest. Because running is guaranteed death. Alright, the one against you, Syldia, attacks you with disadvantage. 7.
Nuh-uh.
One on you, Bearman. 10.
Oh, just barely no.
And one on you, Hjarlgron.
Barely.
8.
Get it here.
Nope.
Disadvantage sucks, man. This is why you don't make ranged characters. And then the one stuck in the fucking booth. Come on, man.
Still just left.
Just get in. Just please, man. Just get into this fight. Nice. An 18 for a total of 20. Dirty 20. He's back in, but he doesn't have his turn. But he's back in. Hjarlgron, you're up.
They both take 2 fire damage.
Yeah. Oh, I imagine that would be hilarious if that was enough. Oh no, it's not. Close though. And the one, an acolyte 2. Okay. Yep.
Yep. Acolyte 2 is gonna get his noggin bonked.
Go for it. That'll do it. You fucking squash him to pieces. Boop.
And then I'll look to the other acolyte and stand behind him.
Oh fuck. Okay.
And then I'm going to put my maul away.
Oh. Nice. Great.
Because he's done. It's over. Still wanting that.
Alright, Celwydd, you're up.
Okay. What's the range on this? Check.
Fucking blast him. Hit him with the.
Alright, I'll cast Dissonant Whispers on Acolyte 1.
How much HP is this guy? 2. Wisdom save. Hiya! 10. I'm guessing that
Yep,
fails.
that's a. Yep.
That'll do it. It's perfect. Lethal.
Mind crush.
And see in front of you, Syldia, as this guy begins to, like, he drops his weapon, he begins to scream, and then from the mask that covers his face, you can see, like, bits of crimson begin to, like, spew out from the holes in the material. And he just collapses to the ground.
Oh, okay.
Anything else to go with?
That'll be it.
Very well. Before your turn, Eldrith, you'll see how 2 more acolytes seem to come out from behind this statue at the back of the room.
God damn!
Grab pussies.
In plain sight.
Okay. Eldrith, you're up.
Okay. Just that one fucker left. Oh, and that guy right there.
Yeah, the guy laughing in the booth, and then there's also
In the-
2
yeah.
more acolytes that have appeared up here from behind the statue.
Smooth. But 25 right there. Oh god, yeah, there are 2 more classic. Well, either way, I think this should be within my line of sight and within range for Magneto. Bolt.
Get him.
This time, please roll a bit higher, please.
14 hits. Who are you attacking?
Okay, yeah, there you go. This one, because the others are out of range. Actually,
Alright, that does him. He's
Actually-
dead.
okay, nice. Well, it's alright. I'll go with my
Magneto
decision.
bolt
And
flies off and blasts this guy in the shoulder. You can hear like a bunch of ribs and stuff crunching. And he just kind of ragdolls up against this pillar and dies.
nice. Okay, well, pass my turn for now.
Alright, Ambrose, you're up.
Is it just the dude laughing and then the 2?
And then the
just
2
new
that have
ones
come
are
around
laughing?
from behind the statue.
He's still laughing on the floor, right?
No, he's finally saved.
Oh, he's
now,
finally saved.
He's like stood up and he's holding onto the side of the booth like, ah, ah, ah. Just like trying to catch a breath.
Shout a vicious mockery at him then. You don't even take your job seriously.
Wisdom save.
Yeah, another wisdom save. He's been enjoying those this whole time.
Alright, it's 13. I think that's a fail. Isn't it?
He
Yeah, it
fails.
is.
He takes 2 psychic and has disadvantage on his next attack.
Fantastic. Anything else?
No.
Alright, so
Skedaddle across the wall somewhat.
Tormenting this guy.
Syldia, you're up, buddy.
Oh, am I now?
Indeed.
Bum ba dum ba bum. Dodge action.
Very well. Doi. You're up.
Get him right
So, after seeing the one fall, he's gonna lift his nose, sniff the air, and smell this guy pressed up against a wall, and he's just gonna charge him.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, go for it. Oh, brutal.
Aww.
Natural one will not hit.
Oh, alright, alright.
Is
That
it
will,
not?
though.
Has that guy broken out of the?
Yeah, he
laughing?
has. Yeah, he has. He broke
Okay.
out of it last turn. He got a dirty 20.
I wasn't paying attention. My bad.
Yeah, 8 points of damage, so that's pretty fucking big. A huge slash across his chest, crimson spills across the marble floor.
Just getting mauled up against a wall.
Oh my god.
Against
It's
the
like,
bear.
He's like trying to pull out his rope dart, and he's obviously just getting absolutely mauled against the ground. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, that brings it to his turn. Do I even have any spells that would help from being up close and being mauled by a bear? No.
I don't think there's a spell called anti-bear mauling.
No, it doesn't
What
seem
was
like,
anti-bear spray.
Will do?
doesn't seem like it.
Shield of faith.
Smokey wouldn't do this.
I mean, yeah, but I'll just... in the panic, he is just going to try and, like... I'm going to reduce the damage, because he's going to do this attack as if this is a dagger, but that means he's not going to do this with disadvantage. And instead of attacking with the full end of the rope, he's just going to grab where the blade is and start trying to, like, stab into the side of your bear. So it won't be the normal amount of damage, it'll be a damage die from a dagger, which is 1d4 instead, but at least the attack will be straight. 13 to hit.
Does hit.
Alright, 4 points of damage. 3 of that is piercing, 1 of that is fire.
Heard.
Alright, that's it for him. The 2 new ones that have appeared will 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of them's gonna... no, they both see Hjarlgron. They're both gonna Guiding Bolt Hjarlgron.
Yeah, that's fine.
First one is a 13 to hit. The other
Does
one
not hit.
is a 11 to hit.
Both just
That's crazy,
spap
man.
across my chest and disappear. I'm like,
Like, hello?
this game's the game, brother.
Cultists just ain't culting, bro.
Literally, bro. What's this fucking
This is what
ass?
happens to heretics.
Yeah, okay. That's them. Hjarlgron, you're up.
End of the turn. The bodies around me set on fire.
Nice.
And yeah, as that happens, pull out the maul once again, see these, and I'll say, "Offerings of another god I give to you, Varen." And then I start making my way towards the new cultists.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know what happens about the bodies now that I've now offered them, so
We shall see.
we'll see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Smack the shit out of me, Brandon.
Yep. Will do. Well, I'll try. These cultists have been literal ass. Oh, a natural 20.
Oh shit, you might actually put a scratch on me.
No, I won't, because I rolled 8 damage total even with a natural 20. Crazy. So that's 4 points of damage instead for you.
Nice.
I rolled a 4, a 1, a 2, and a 1. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
The other one... So 15 to hit, that hit? Does it hit?
Yeah, meets you, beats you.
Nice. For 6, so reduced to 3.
Wow, that a nat 20 did as much damage as a normal attack.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Nice, baby.
Sounds like something which would happen to me.
Yeah, Hjarlgron, you're up. Whatever you want to do. Clobber him?
Yeah, Which one crit me?
The left.
Left one gets clubbed.
Alright, go for it. Yeah.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. He is bloodied. Eldrith, you're up.
Okay, let's see. Just 2 more there. Stay within my range. Nope, need to move just a bit more. 5, 10, 15. See? Should be good now. And I'm going to bolt them.
Go for it.
The one on the right.
Okay.
Actually, I'll just bolt this one just in case I get a 1. I don't want to bolt Hjarlgron in the back.
Okay. Go for
It's
it.
more open.
11 misses. The bolt goes long and
What?
blasts against the stuff. You
Oh
need a
my
new spell, bro.
God.
You need a new spell. That was broken, bro.
Yeah.
That cantrip ain't doing
Our
it for you.
table is
I should have just-
broken.
Magic missile the fucker past my turn. Please.
Ambrose.
Oh, and my final confession. I slept with your mother, and she loved it.
Toma!
Cheers. Not 20.
Make that wisdom save.
Oh, max damage, huge.
Let's see. How much HP is this guy? He's still okay. He's still pretty strong. So let's see.
Yeah, but still, I would have to fail.
They rolled
Come
a
on.
16. I'm sorry, homie.
Oh,
No! Yeah,
Ooh,
fucking.
I don't even have a
He
mother.
doesn't have a mother, he's an
My mother's
orphan.
dead.
I'm gonna, like, skedaddle around the edge of this woolen pillar.
Alright, very well. Alright, Syldia.
Huh, ha. Oh, what the fuck? Hey, huh.
Holy shit.
But she's
Huh.
parkour.
Scra.
15 hits, 13 points of damage. That kills him.
It explodes, gets mystified, sliced in half.
Sheesh, I just guess I'm just built different. That's my turn.
Alright, 13 points
Call
of
me the
damage.
cultist killer. I hate heretics.
You do
Oh,
hate heretics. Alright, the
These
bear.
pussies
you're
aren't,
up.
aren't worshipping the
How-
Novum.
Yeah,
Not
look,
there.
They are heretics, this is true.
Joy.
how is this guy looking?
Bloodied.
Fuck him up.
Okay.
You know what?
In that case, I'm going to flavor this as a claw attack, but I want to. So he's on his hind legs, mauling this guy. I want Doi to purposefully step on this guy's leg with the claw if he hits.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Here,
shit.
go for it. Okay. 12.
That all. Bardic inspiration. Bardic inspiration.
Okay, go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Game.
Add it on. That definitely hits. 8 points of damage. He is literally on a tether.
So
Right.
with this guy's leg underneath the mechanical bear, he is going to use his jaw to try to pry this guy in half from his shoulder with his mouth.
This guy's about to nutcracker this man. Holy fuck.
That's
Oh my
crazy.
god.
Yeah, well, there he goes.
Let's go.
He
So-
puts up his hands on either side. The maw opens up, and he puts up his hands on either side, and you hear him go, and then just, as his body just erupts into a fountain of blood against the wall behind him.
So his top half, I'm just gonna have like thrown behind me somewhere in the middle this year.
Jesus
Right, put it over.
Christ.
Jeez, go under, you monster.
Alright, he's done in. You just got one acolyte left at the top. Clobbered.
That'll be his turn.
Alright. My surviving last acolyte. Yeah, crazy. So if he moves... He doesn't die, he hasn't been hit yet, so he could move, actually. He's got health. At least I can try and get a good hit off. Oh, I could attack Syldia instead. Doesn't make much sense. As this guy's approaching him. He'll take the attack of opportunity from you, Hjarlgron.
Yeah.
3. So go for it.
Great if I crit and just.
Well, I
fucking
mean, yeah,
push them.
to be fair, it would be. Right, the 11 misses, nice.
Oh
Payback.
damn! You said that a bit too quick. I
Oh,
forgot
no,
about-
that's fair enough. No, fair enough. Go for it. Add on the
Might as well use my bardic.
13. It literally just hits it. Crazy.
Nice. Let's go.
12 points of damage does knock him instantly to bloody.
Good shot.
Huge bardic inspirations. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
And he rolled an 18 to hit.
Is that on me?
Yes, on you. He moved away from you to be able to like try and get a better angle at trying to like cut you down. 4 piercing, 4 fire, so 8 total, so 4 damage for you.
Nice.
And yeah, that's him.
Oh, hey, who's next?
You?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my hand axe. Celwydd, watch. Here's your first lesson.
Oh my god.
Live action axe throwing teaching. Go for it.
Oh, shit, moment, and quickly, I need to equip. I'll get my action. Hand axe attack. I think because I need to give it a +1, and then +2 damage because I'm raging. Okay, there we go. Good. And yeah, you get eaten. Oh,
Yeah, okay, so he turns to you, tells you to watch, he pulls out his axe, he flings it in his hand.
I
and
do
just...
exactly what Cal mentioned that she wanted to do, which was I launch it in his forehead.
Alright, you grab it, you throw it. You see as this guy like is bringing back his rope from stabbing you with it, he looks up and the axe pins him against the pillar behind him with the axe straight through the skull. His body recoils, hits the thing, he drops his arms and he's just hanging like maybe like 5 inches off of the ground with the axe carved into his skull and into the pillar behind him.
Imagine like the fucking noise it made in here as well with like the echo.
Yeah, like a big... Yeah, he's Dunzo.
It's back to Cal. Did you get that?
Yes, I think I got that. She kind of claps.
Yeah.
And then with my movement. Oh yeah, by the way, the person that we killed is now on fire. And then we have it to the guy over here, and I'll pick up my hand axe. Skull.
As you step over there, you notice that from behind this large statue that was planted at the back of the room, in the fashion of kind of Aimee, you see that behind there's some steps that leads down from where these acolytes must have come from.
Well, we found where they are, and I'll like point towards him.
Well, let's get stopping some ritual, shall we?
Indeed. But first, we can like group these 2 bodies next to the other 2 burning, which I've offered.
Alright. They just in their little patches they turn into these kind of like bundles of green flame.
Gives a smile. Good. It does work here. And then yeah, I'm gonna head towards the home if I can even fit within.
It'll be a squeeze, but yeah. Are you guys heading down?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to lead the way because I have blind sight.
Oh,
So
yeah. To be fair, since I'm
If there's
speaking,
any
I
traps.
will not be going first.
Right, you guys.
if there's any traps, I want to detect them with the sight which I have, which I do not have, but I have it.
Whoa! Holy.
Welcome to floor 2.
Excuse me?
Wait, hold on.
¿Dónde estás la biblioteca?
Mashallah, what is that?
It's the Mashallah Mandan.
At the end of this large hall, as you guys walk down the steps, your feet clamor quickly. Each step pressured in time. You heard that there was a ritual ongoing. As you guys slowly run down these stairs, hearing the sound of leather heels clinging against marble flooring, you hear chanting, slowly emitting, "Flame, dear flame,
Oh my god.
flame, sacred flame." And you can hear it as it begins to echo through the corridors. It gets louder as all of you begin approaching. As you reach the bottom of this spiraling staircase where heat emits light forms in the distance, almost the colors of sunset and dawn at the same time, but these are far more furious. There's red hues here that suggest anger and revenge, some sort of thrill. These colors do not show any form of semblance of peace, but instead danger. Standing, blocking the way is some sort of metal gate that is blocking the divide between you guys and the opposite side, where there seems to be some sort of large spiraling flaming circle slowly garnering energy from two statues on the other side. Brass statues that seem to depict two hands tending to a small ember. You see, blocking the path, a metal gate, which doesn't seem to be much of a hindrance, but blocking the way in front of that gate is perhaps the real obstacle. In the way, you see Lucian.
Oh god.
The twink.
Standing proudly in front of the gate, Lucian is holding onto a weapon that can't really be discerned as one that you've seen. It seems to be some sort of brass large pole with a flame at the top of it, almost like an extended torch.
Oh my!
Yeah, it is. It actually.
It is. It is.
Oh
Who's
my
one of
God.
these losers?
It is hard to really place what thing this might be, and none of you have ever seen a weapon that could be made out of a torch before, unless this just seems to be some sort of elegance to his side. Lucian turns to all of you as you clamber down the steps, and you spill into this open, below chamber, candles lighting the room and flickering the flames in this place. Although the small sun that's being made at the end of this tunnel is enough light. Lucian stands in front of it, the sun behind his head almost like a halo of the gods as he poses himself incandescently. He turns to all of you. If you've come to stop the ritual, it's too late. We already have what we need. Plus, you're gonna have to wade through me. He bears his torch with flames spewing out of the top of it, golden and rift. As his voice echoes through the chamber, the flames at the top of his weapon illuminate and almost flicker with rage and spill outwards. Very well. Then let's see how fair you are. And that's where we're going to leave it for today's session.
Aw.
Jeez.
Hell yeah.
Ryan,
Yeah.
they done made their own, bro.
They did. Shit, dog. Crazy.
Wallahi.
Remember, sign of us, so we brought cake.
Oh, don't
No,
worry.
no, that's what's going to turn in. We're going to be there. We're all about to get like defeated. We're there on the floor. He walks in like, we brought you cake. And then he's going to switch.
You knew it was my birthday.
quickly smear the icing that says Celwydd.
A large part of me obviously
Good
wanted to carry on from there, but
Lawful good, my ass.
it's lawful good in his eyes, do not worry.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's not how it works.
That would be lawful neutral.
Delusional good.
It is delusional good, to be honest.
Straight to Lulu.
No, that's exciting because we have this to look forward to for next time. so that's fine.
Exactly. Yeah,
I
I
should
had
have
a
to forget.
complete,
Be
I had a
continued in the
completely,
next episode
I had a
of
completely
Dragon Ball
different entrance and everything set up and planned and ready. But you know what I like about this team? It's let's just go through the front door and sort shit out. Let's just. I mean,
Yeah, he's
there's
taking
no-
away Brandon plans it.
There's no like tittering and going around and thinking about like back entrances or any other ways that you can go about this, which obviously there were made. No, it's just we just fucking rock up to the church, and you know what? Slowly, I'm becoming more and more
We
liked.
do a bit of like scouting ahead. Like we know what we're walking into, and then we walk into it anyway.
Yeah. That's the best part.
It's like the what fucking it's like is it Star Wars Episode 2, Episode 3, where he's like, oh, I sense a trap, and he's like, what's our next move? Spring the trap. It's like-
Bring the trap.
Yeah, I like the nonchalant, just kind of like, you know, other people would like think tactically, go around it. How do we solve this? We've got time. Nah, this is. I like, you know, I actually really enjoy the side of, nah, fuck it, we roll. Let's just fucking full thunder.
It really
roll.
is. Nah, fuck it, we ball. Let's go.
I do, and I think it suits the personalities of
It's
the
fun.
cast of characters as well,
Yeah.
where it's just kind of like we're kind of like randomly together. We're all on the same vibe. We're not like, none of us are like particular experts of you know, sorting things out and tactics and thinking and stuff like that. It's just kind of yeah, fuck it, bro. Let's just see what happens.
Just everyone looks around the room. You guys got a problem with killing this guy? No? All right.
Cracks knuckles. Yeah.
All right. Next session, we'll fight against Lucian the Sun's incandescence. Maybe put an end to this ritual. Maybe see the strength of this man. And think about maybe how you go about this, and think about this next fight a bit more tactically in a certain...
Yeah, I'm just gonna break his back like Bezos to Batman.
In a certain sense, as, you know, Lucian is a very strong fellow. But,
He's also a pussy.
Yeah, he's not strong enough though, Brandon.
They're just like, fight me, pussy. You ain't shit.
So,
Someone's a bitch,
last
and so
words.
you.
but yeah, nice encounter to look forward to for next week. As we, yeah, like I said, have a ritual of a small sun being made here as to God knows what it is that they're planning, and Lucian as the protector of it. Versa not to be seen and Thera gone, perhaps this is the best chance they have. Alright, until next session, I hope you all have a wonderful long rest. Bye.
Goodbye.
Boy.
So fun.